So
I'm
they're going.
Is he
Buckle up.
though?
I don't. Well, we'll find out if you go live.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see if I go live.
Well, I'm standing by to do a shout out in my Discord if you do.
Okay. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
live.
See, we're literally all waiting on you.
Wow.
No one told me they were.
You
Isn't
should
this
just
supposed to be a
assume
four?
that I love you and that I would raid you with my 4 people.
Right.
I mean, I could have raided you with 45 earlier today, but you had to drive 2 hours for work.
45?
I had Mike Moans raided me with 114.
And they...
And by the
well,
time
they-
I was...
yeah.
And he had 45 lurkers still left when I was raiding.
They absconded quickly.
Yeah.
They're like, who's this loser? Okay. Page 9.
Do I need to go away now? Or are you still talking secrets?
No.
I mean, we probably won't talk secrets while Noon, or you, by extension, are streaming or to keep secrets secret.
we can save secrets for another time when we have
It's
secret
fine.
time.
Yeah, secret time.
Excuse me?
Secret stream time.
Oh,
Uh,
I need Savage Worlds. Savage Worlds book. Nerd, do you have your character sheet ready?
That sounds like a yes.
I don't know what it sounded like.
I have the PDFs.
That sounds like a no.
No, I was busy. Going my dynasty.
I tell you what, I will. Oh no, wait, Dune, you are live.
Yeah, she's
I'm
live.
live.
I just rated her. I got Google Drive stuff here.
There is one thing I haven't done, which I'll need your help with.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that Ox thing you're talking about, to play the game, the program?
Owlbear Rodeo.
Owlbear Radio. Why
we
did
can
I say
load that up
Ox?
too and play around in that.
So I'll need some assistance in that area.
Yeah, we'll review how that works too. Howdy. Hi, Kitsune. I'm a stinker, apparently.
Oh, look at that. A nobody showed up in your stream.
Who? Kitty?
Yeah.
I
You
stream
literally
at 1
called...
a.m.?
It is very late for him.
Let's pull up...
I have my character sheet. In PDF form fillable form.
Cool. That's excellent. I am going to not do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna have Owlbear Rodeo up with you guys invited to it, and you can play around in it if you like. Well, Derek can, because he doesn't need to really learn character creation. He is here to help, which is awesome.
Yep.
But if he wants to also poke around in the
doing.
Owlbear Rodeo stuff.
Yep. I feel like this is going to be interesting because I don't know how familiar Nerd is with Owlbear.
None.
Possibly not at all. But I will be learning the Owlbear, and I thought, well, he'll be learning the Deadlands. But it looks like, no, he's learning both. So you're in the deep end there, buddy.
Oh, do I... so I need to... How do I get into Owlbear?
Alright, so...
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
In the Deadlands EST Discord thread, I just put a link in there. for you to click on. All right, so did someone say their name is Zombie?
Yes, because I wasn't sure what that was, so I can.
All right, so I'm gonna assign you this zombie token. I'm gonna try.
Hang on, I can change my name.
How do I?
There, now I'm the sexy old cowboy.
No.
It gave me a name. It was a choice of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
So, yeah, my default name was Zombie.
You can't put your own name?
You could. I just didn't realize that that's what it was when I clicked on it.
It gave you like a default?
Yeah.
Is it better to have the username or character name?
So let's say maybe both, if you want.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm not sure if it can be changed or not.
Yeah, I've already changed it to sexy old cowboy.
Oh, so you can change it whenever you want?
Yeah, there's 3. Once you're on, there's 3 little dots. You just click on that, edit name.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it can be changed later if we feel like. Kitty found some dirt.
Hooray, he found dirt.
Oh, hi, Snowtwig. Derek, did you get into the...
Yeah, I'm just putting the name first. I just filling out the...
Yeah, I haven't got that far yet.
I'm trying to remember how to spell my name.
Download the rules here.
Alright. Requesting now.
Oh, there it is. Admit. Alright. So this one, okay, that's you. And then I will assign you this little ghoul person. So you're the ghoul token. Nerd is the deer token. I'm gonna throw in some other tokens, and we'll test and see if you can move your token, and you can't move anybody else's token.
I cannot move anybody else's. When I try to move somebody else's, it moves the map.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's good.
I can move a card.
Yeah, so you can play with the cards. You can draw a card. The deck is over to the right if you want to play with that. There's also, if you look down at the bottom toolbar, there's some tools you can use, like you can plop in a like a sticky note.
Okay.
And you can type on it, so you can type like notes. Here you can type stuff, so that's fun.
Okay.
Not
I've stolen the note.
Okay, good. You guys can see that.
Can see what?
Noon can't see it for some reason, but I can.
See what?
Where I've typed in on the note, I've stolen the note.
Oh, I can't see that.
You can't. Yeah, me and Derek saw it. You could not.
Oh, so I had to click done when I was done typing. Now it's updated it. I'm not in the edit mode anymore. I think you can also draw. I think there's like drawing tools.
Okay.
So you can play with that if you want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can delete your drawings if you want with the select tool. Right click on it. Copy it. You can do measurement stuff. It does default to 5 feet in the bottom right corner, but you can change that to 1 inch per square.
Is that what it needs to be for Savage Worlds?
Yes,
is 1
Savage
inch?
Worlds does inches, so every square is 1 inch, which essentially is like 5 feet.
Okay.
Hi, Icy. How's it going? So yeah, you can play around with that. Does it still? Yeah. Okay, so it is measuring in inches now. Cool. Okay. Tired? I feel that. Are we ready to get into character building?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks for the follow, Icy. Okay. So let's think about how we want to do this. So I've already described to you a bit about how attributes and skills work, I think. Like, attributes you can think about, like, in D&D, where you have your main scores, like your wisdom and your constitution and stuff.
Yeah.
And then underneath that is the skills, which are the types of skills that correlate to those attributes. Like, notice is technically perception in D&D, and that goes with your smarts.
Okay.
Like, that's the category of that skill. Then you have your pace, which is your movement speed. Parry. Thanks for the coffee. Parry is used in combat. We'll get into that when we talk about how combat works. Same with toughness. And then we talked about hindrances and edges. So, Nerd, you were thinking about being a Catholic priest that wields a shotgun, right?
And a shovel.
And a shovel, yes, because you want to smack people with a shovel.
Well, I need something to bury them.
You need something to bury them. Okay. Give them like a consecrated burial?
Sure.
Okay.
So... I'd just like to say, knowing what he is, this is going to... His character and my character are going to go down really well.
Yes, I think you're right.
It's going to be funny as.
This is going to be fun. So, I think, Nerd, you were looking at the hindrances, and you had an idea of what hindrances you were going to have, I think?
Yep, I am going to have elderly.
Elderly. So let's look at the elderly hindrance.
I'll have a look at it too, if you wish, just to help you.
That'd be great.
If there's any rules in general, if you need my help to explain, I'm gonna let you steer this. But if you need me to help, please do ask. I'm here to help.
That's exactly why I love that you're here. That's awesome.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll remain quiet.
Okay. So we have elderly, which is a major hindrance. That means it is worth 2 points. You can take up to 4 points of hindrances. So your adventurer is getting on in years, but he's not quite ready for the nursing home yet. His pace is reduced by 1. So everyone starts with a pace of 6. So this means that you have a pace of 5. Which means your general movement is, on your turn, is going to be 5 squares. So in your pace box, you can type in 5.
Yep.
And then you subtract 1 from running rolls. I have not done any running rolls. I didn't realize that was a mechanic of the system until I read it a few days ago. So I guess you can run.
I believe running kinda is... There's like a chase type encounter, which is sort of like the Indiana Jones chasing each other across like the top of a train kind of scenario.
Okay.
I haven't really touched on it. It's actually very tricky to put into a campaign that's not scripted. But I look forward to being able to do something like that.
Yeah,
Hey,
we'll
hey,
see when
look
we come
who showed
across
up.
that. Who showed up?
What are we doing?
We're doing the TT RPG thingies.
Hi, doubles.
Hi, nerd.
Hi, doubles.
Hi, Noon.
Hi, doubles.
Hi, Derek.
Feel like it's been 100 years since we've talked again.
I don't think it's been 100 years.
It's been 85 years.
Hi, Sharpie.
Yeah, I think the last time I actually talked to doubles, like, voice was when we were doing, was it the art stream together?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
no,
was.
100
Yeah,
years ago.
I think that was right. That was
Yeah.
like the week before last.
Well,
Was
what's
it?
The
happened
week-
in the past 2 weeks?
The week before I had to go to that
went
that
to
place.
America.
Yeah,
North Carolina?
yeah, that place.
And you came back.
Magically, I'm still alive.
So doubles under the Noon's Deadlands, in the pin messages, there's a Google Drive, and that has the 2 rule books and a character sheet. We're currently working through my character.
Have you had a chance to look at any of that yet?
Nope.
I didn't think
Does
so,
it-
because
does it
you
involve
don't talk
Warhammer?
to
You
me.
literally pinned it at 10 o'clock yesterday morning.
No, I pinned it a year ago. You've had a year.
Oh no, those are threads you created yesterday morning. Maybe I
Yeah.
have looked at this.
The Google Drive one she pinned on 8/15/23, more than a year ago.
That was like yesterday. You know how busy I've been?
No,
Was that
because you
be-
never
was that
talked to
before-
me.
Was that before or after Gen Con you pinned it? After?
After,
Gen Con
because
would have been 8?
I bought the books, and then the books sat around for a year.
Doubles. It's okay. I literally threw out character ideas like yesterday or the day before. I'm just now looking at the book also.
I had about 3 hours notice till this session because I woke up.
I
with,
know. I was like, he'll wake up and see it, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, you're fortunate.
Well,
Everybody was like, yeah, Thursday doesn't work for me. Friday doesn't work for me. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Perfect. Next thing I know, oh yeah, we're going to do it tonight. Christ.
Doing it live.
well, I was like, maybe if we get this out of the way sooner, maybe we'll play it
true.
this weekend. I don't know yet. We'll see how far we get.
What's this owl bear rodeo thing?
That's the system we're going to play in. We're not using Tailspire because I hate Tailspire. I don't want to build in Tailspire. Building in Tailspire does not work in my brain.
If she sends me the map, I'll 100% build it all in Tailspire by this weekend.
You'll do that anyway.
I need her map. I mean, I don't know if she's done with the map yet.
I'm done with the maps.
Does owl bear
You're
rodeo
kidding,
make my
nerd. You'll just
character sheet for me?
screenshot it from the Twitch stream and then build it from that.
Only thing
What
she
was
has to do
that,
is send me a
Doubles?
picture of it.
Said, does it do my character sheet for me?
Oh,
No.
gosh, no.
Oh,
No, we're going to
I-
use PDFs.
I
Yeah.
would highly recommend
edit this
the
PDF.
Yeah, we're going up to we're going back to being
You don't have
doing
to
things like
play.
with pores.
Wow.
My computer thinks this PDF's a virus. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
It is.
Oh, it's an editable PDF. Oh, okay, that's easy.
Yes. Yeah, it's form fillable. You don't have
easy.
to print it out.
It's really
That's
easy.
Speaking of
This is an easy
which,
system.
Let me just see.
And if we like it, there's a whole bunch of different genres. I was
Settings, yeah.
looking through the stuff in the different settings, and
Oh, it's great.
There's a giant crocodile, a GM, a sexy old cowboy,
I'm the sexy old cowboy.
and just this basic Derek.
You
Yep.
you have a token that is this monster teeth thing with the tongues. See if you can move it around. There you go.
Did you want us to create our own tokens at all, Noon? I don't even know if
Oh,
the program will accept that.
Yeah.
Because
what
I can do that.
What program?
Oh, I was just going to use an AI generated art and then give you
Oh.
an image.
Yeah, I've been using
Nude's
that
on-
too to
Nu-
make some of my
Nude's on top of it.
NPCs. Yeah, you can do that. You can shoot
so-
me a character image, and I can put him in.
Yep. Will
Doubles.
do.
Do you know anything about Deadlands?
I know it's a tabletop game.
Okay, so Western themed. What after the Civil War?
Doubles, you don't remember
Yes.
the salesman at Gen Con explaining it to us?
I barely remember Gen Con, let alone a salesman at Gen Con.
A year ago?
So what?
I barely remember yesterday, let alone Gen Con or a salesman at Gen Con.
Western themed after the Civil War with magical rocks. I'm being a shotgun wielding priest.
Is
Okay.
there a ranger character?
We can
There
make
are
a ranger
both, yes.
character.
Done. That's whatever that is. That's what I'm going to be.
I will point out the ranger character can break down into multiple categories too.
Do you want a bow or do you want like
Does
a
it?
rifle?
Does the ranger character kill things all willy nilly like?
Yes.
Perfect. That's my character.
Noon,
Done.
if you want to make his character first.
You just
No,
kicked
we're
me out of the party.
doing nerds. Okay, so nerd, you are elderly, right?
I am. Yep.
You suffer -1 penalty to agility, strength, and vigor rolls. All right, good night,
Okay.
Kitty. Thanks for being here. So, you might want to
So
on
is
your
that part
character
of
sheet.
is that part of my agility or my attributes? So it'd be a negative, like
So you don't. You want to. I would just write that down on your hindrances line, so you
Okay.
remember that whenever you make those rolls, those skill rolls. Oh, but not linked to skills. These are attributes. Whenever you make a roll related to those attributes, including damage, you want to just subtract 1 from your roll.
okay.
So you're not like affecting your overall score or anything, like on
Gotcha,
your character
okay.
sheet under the attributes. It's just when you make the roll, you're subtracting 1.
Okay.
And then on the plus side, the wisdom of his years grants the hero 5 extra skill points, which may be used for any skills linked to smarts. So when we get to that step, when we choose all of your skills, everyone has a base number of skill points of 12. So you're going to have, what was that? Another 5
Plus 5.
points.
So I get 17.
Yeah. But only those skills that are linked to smarts. So we'll just take note of that when we get to your choosing your skills,
Okay.
so that we know to get some extra skills for you.
I'll,
Or I guess increase the dice for those.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Oh,
I'll have something that'll help for that too later when we get to it.
yeah. So that's your first hindrance, and that was worth 2 points. You have 2 points left of hindrances to choose from.
I have pacifist.
Okay.
It's in the same book.
I don't know how to spell it.
So just
Pacifier. It's a thing that babies
well,
suck on.
a forewarning, I've been told the pacifist can be particularly punishing if taken, especially by blesseds.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm going for it.
Okay.
It is just a
I mean, I
one
get
shot,
to kill
so
nerd.
we'll see what happens. Your hero
Yeah.
absolutely despises violence. Oh, are you? Is this a minor,
it's a minor,
or major?
yes.
It's
Minor.
a minor. Okay, so that means it's worth 1 point. Minor pacifism means he only fights when given no other choice and never allows the killing of prisoners or other defenseless victims.
Which is
Okay.
fantastic playing with doubles.
So again, that's just some something you'll want to take note of on your hindrances line.
Yep, I've already marked it.
Okay.
You
I literally
have ruined
picked
this group.
pacifist. I picked pacifist just because Doubles is playing with us.
Oh my gosh.
If it was me
ruined this
and
group.
Derek, I wouldn't have probably taken it at all. I would have done something else. But I'm playing with Doubles, so I'm 100% being a pacifist.
What does it do?
It
It makes you mad when I kill people?
Yeah, or I try to stop you.
Yeah,
Kill
it's not
innocent.
like mechanics or anything. It's just background
It's
role
all role play.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like a code of decorum.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So like the
Um,
paladin.
So, like, I'm
code
not
of
going to
honor.
shoot anybody first with my shotgun, but if they shoot at me, I'm going to bury them with my shovel.
Does that mean they have to get the opportunity to shoot you first?
Yes.
Ooh.
The trick is to not be in a situation, but I know I will be because I'm playing with Doubles.
Can I throw you some pop questions to test you?
Sure.
What if they draw on you but don't shoot?
Nope.
Wow. And so they literally gonna pull the trigger.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm adopting the do not fire until fired upon attitude.
Right.
What if they shoot at somebody in your party that isn't you?
That's interesting.
Gray
area.
Well, and
I feel like I'm gonna get shot at a lot.
It's like, do I like the person?
well, so then that will be playing into my blessed and sinning because there's a whole sinning thing as well. So that would play into that. Like, do I like this person enough? Like, I don't know what Noon's going to have us. The reason we're all together. Like, I don't know why we're together. If we're already friends because I've known him since the Civil War or whatever, yeah, 100% defend him.
So
if we're
you
just some
are
randos,
all-
oh no, he's going to die.
You are all already together in a posse, specifically to deliver a piece of equipment that an inventor has made to a town.
How well would we know each other?
I think I'm gonna leave that to you guys, how you wanna do
Okay.
that.
Alright.
Yeah, then if someone shoots at Doubles first, then I will defend him. But other than that, no, he's out of luck.
I won't
Okay.
immediately have you guys be at the town. We'll do like a camp for the night scene where you introduce each other, have a little role play, and then we'll get into
Sounds
it.
good. Yep.
So Doubles, what we're doing right now, we're building Nerd's character, and there's no Maple, please. Maple,
There's no
please.
set class like D&D.
There's no classes. You're
It's-
picking and choosing different characteristics of your character to make up basically your class, I guess.
I feel like there are classes, but they kind of bleed without hard restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could kind of go as much ranger and paladin as you kind of want. It's like I'll take 90% of one and 10% of the other, or even 50 of each.
There is, I don't know if I went to the page in the Deadlands book. There is a territorial ranger.
Yes, that was one of the things I was thinking would be possible direction he might want to go.
After the Civil War, the United States officially acknowledged or created ranger outfits. So it basically modeled after Texas Rangers and U.S. Marshals.
There's also Native American warrior.
Just go around scalping people.
Yeah.
I gotta restart my computer. I will be back in a minute.
Oh my gosh. He spent a lot
Okay.
of money on a computer and he has to restart it.
All right, Nerd. Did you use another point of hindrance?
Yeah, and my last one's poverty.
Okay.
Ooh, I know
You're
that one.
okay. So it said a fool and his money are soon parted. Your hero is one of them. He starts with half the usual money for your setting, and just can't seem to hang on to funds acquired after play begins. In general, the player halves his total funds every game week. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So you're going to be starting with half of, what was it, $250 is the starting money?
So 125.
So 70. No, it's
No.
less. It's 75.
What's math?
Yeah,
It's
it's
how much do you normally start with?
250.
250. Okay, divided by 2, 125.
So you'll
What?
Yeah, just what's math?
How did you... That's not right.
If you normally start with 250,
Yeah,
divide that by 2.
yeah.
My calculator says 125.
It is
I literally
125?
just used
Okay.
yes.
Apparently, I can't do
We're
math.
playing in
Man, I
U.S.
thought
dollars.
Americans were bad at math.
Yeah, you're right. I see what I went wrong.
It's
Yeah,
early in the
I'm
morning
trying
for you.
I'm not
it's
going to be
fine.
that poor. Jeez, oh Pete's.
So yeah, just make note. I mean, it won't matter for like keeping track of it every game week because we're just playing. I expect this will only last one session. I'm okay if it has to be a 2 session if we don't like finish it in time.
Sometimes that happens.
I
More
definitely
than you
won't be
think.
going very long. Like 3 hours is good for me. 4 hours is a stretch. More than 4 hours, I'm dead.
You say that now, but you haven't DM'd 3 hours yet.
Or at all.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
at
wait
all.
till you have to. Yeah, wait till you have to DM for 3 hours. Then we'll see.
Time
how
will
it goes.
fly.
It'll fly, and you'll want to go to bed. Yeah.
Or-
So yeah, elderly major, poverty,
Or.
and pacifist. So I start with 125.
Or you'll DM for 3 hours and you'll be like, I absolutely love it. I want 6 more hours.
Or I'll never want to do it again.
She'll never want to do it again.
We'll see.
With me and doubles, yeah.
All right.
It would just be me.
I can't have you join the European group because I'll be in the middle of the night for you.
Who, me?
Yeah, that's why I split this up into 2 different groups. Because I had some
Alright.
Europeans interested. Okay. Maple, please stop. So, you have your hindrances.
Yep.
Now, you can...
Did we want to do doubles hindrances while we're... Or do you want me to go over some of my hindrances? Because some of them I'm happy to go over.
Yeah, let's have you go over yours. I'm sure Doubles wants some time to look
Yep.
over. Or unless Doubles just wants us to pick for him to make his
Yep.
beautiful ranger.
Alright, so one thing I'll say is my character actually only has one eye. Which is actually on the screen of your stream right now. So I subtract 2 from my anything related to vision. So my character has like an eye patch.
I almost took that, and if I would have, we could have both had an eye patch on a different eye.
There was something else. Where is it? I have the one character sheet. Another thing is I've got the major hindrance arrogant, where I have the attitude I cannot be defeated.
Nice.
I also have another hindrance, which is slightly secret, but I will just say the title, which is driven major, which is I am driven to do something, which I will leave in secret.
Wink, wink.
Okay.
Wink, wink. Well, for me, it's just close eye, open eye, close eye.
Blink, blink.
Yeah. Then those are my hindrances.
Doubles, do you want to look through hindrances together, or you want to like do that on your own time, or...
What page
We
are you
could-
looking at to see these hindrances? And of which
So,
book?
There's hindrances in both books. There's
yeah,
one.
so
Yeah.
you have the one in the Savage World starts at page 24. The Weird West ones, I don't know where those start at. Because I am on a different page.
So the core rulebook, Savage Worlds, has all the core system rules, including hindrances and edges and all the other character building stuff. Deadlands is basically a supplement on top of the Savage World system and adds in some new hindrances and edges specifically for the Western setting.
To help double out, would you like to talk about your character concept a little bit? Maybe we could suggest some.
Yeah, that would require me to have a character concept.
He's not
he
He said he
running
wants to
this
be a
ball.
ranger.
Yeah,
He said he wants to be a ranger.
Yeah, he wants to get just Rangers are the Rangers in this world good because he will not be good.
Well, I want to know, because rangers can go a number of ways. Like, what does he picture when he says ranger?
Murder hobo.
So, we're talking Blackwater kind of living in the scrubs kind of guy. What are we talking about here?
Yes.
I'm reading.
Okay.
We can.
Maybe we'll just get back to him.
Yeah,
we'll get back to
come
him.
back to him.
And we'll talk about the book goes into. Do we want to do traits, edges, or do we do edges next? So
has he done his attributes?
No. Okay. So for hindrance, so you have 4 points of hindrance points.
Yes.
So for
doubles.
2 points,
There
you
you go.
can raise an attribute by 1 die type. So let's talk about the attributes. So for attributes, let me fix my stream here. When you're doing rolls, there's no D20 rolls really.
Yeah.
You're rolling every other dice besides a D20. The lowest score of attributes is a D4. And I think you get that for free? Yeah. Every character starts with a D4 in each of the 5 attributes: agility, smart, spirit, strength, and vigor. You then have 5 points to increase your attributes. Raising a D4 to a D6, for example, costs 1 point. You're free to spend these points however you like, except that no attribute may ever be raised above a D12 unless you have some special ability that lets you go beyond 12.
Okay.
So you can, in your character sheet, fill in, mark in the D4 for every single one.
Yep.
And then think about how you want to increase them with your 5 points. Do you want to have more smarts for better notice rolls? You can take your D4 to a D6 by spending 1 of your 5 points to raise it up 1 die. So instead of rolling a D4 for smarts rolls, you would then roll a D6.
I get 5 total.
I would like to just pitch in something here to help. Because blessed characters, which it sounds like Nerd is going, yes?
Yeah, it's a spirit.
Yes, so they need a spirit of at least D6 or higher.
Yeah, I'm going to basically just be garbage at everything but smarts and... so vigor is health?
Vigor is kind of like health, yes.
Okay, what skill uses my shotgun?
Probably that would run off your shooting skill, which drives off your agility, I believe.
Okay. So I get 5 total. 1, 2, 3.
I would also like to point out, just as a little helpful note, my agility skill is only a D6, but I have a D10 in shooting skill, because I just spent a lot of the skill points into that. So you don't need to have a good agility to be good at shooting.
Okay. And I do have the extra 5 skill points from being old. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the art. So with the blessed. So I put 2 points in agility, and then I put 3 points in spirit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to drop the agility, and so I'm going a D6 in agility, a D6 in smarts, D10 in spirit, D4 in the bottom 2, and strength and vigor. So there's my 5 attributes.
Yeah, I see. I was trying to find that page. I was pretty sure notice was smarts, but if you go to the skills section, every skill it has in parentheses what attribute it's associated with, and I even did that on my character sheet. Like I put a little like abbreviation of what skill goes with what what skill goes with what attribute. I found that helpful.
Okay, so with the skills, how do I get more skills? Because with the blessed, it says arcane skill, faith, spirit. So do I get faith as a skill, or is it arcane as a skill?
So when we get to that section, you're gonna have 12 points of to spend on skills.
Okay.
So like
technically 17.
Oh, I mean, I'll
plus
have
your for additional smart skills.
Yeah.
You get does he get the core 5 for free, and then after that he spends the 12?
Yes.
Yeah. So on my sheet it says athletics, common knowledge, notice, persuasion, stealth.
So those are every skills. So they all start at D4 for free. And you can choose to upgrade them with your character creation points.
Okay.
Something I do for simplicity is I'll leave a little space after stealth and add in the additional skills I want to take just to help calculate the points easier.
Okay, so with the bless, is the skill faith or is it arcane?
It is faith for the arcane background blessed.
Okay, so I because I haven't really looked through any of the other characters, so I wasn't sure what all that or how the skills were set up. Like I know nothing about that. I don't think me and Noon even talked about those.
I'm here to help you.
Okay, so if I was a chi master instead of faith, I would have focus.
Yes.
Okay, so arcane skills not okay. Gotcha. I see.
So have you decided how you're spending your 5 attribute points?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he did say.
Yeah. So I don't know what goes on the blank line.
What
so
blank
that's
line?
If you have points above a D12.
Okay.
So that's going to be way down the line when you're leveling up.
Okay, so for right now, I can
spaces.
just put a D6, a D, or I can just put a 10 and a 4 and a 4 if I want to. Okay.
Yeah.
I also have miscellaneous modifiers to some things, so I've wrote them down into those blank areas where appropriate.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
I guess for your hindrance where you have a -1, you could put that there, but I don't think that's the intent of what those lines are, but I guess it's up to you how you want to keep track of that.
Okay.
Should we do edges next or skills?
There is a kind of walkthrough on it. I think. Well, we know. So one other thing that should be pointed out to Nerd and Double is what you guys have hindrance points you can spend to increase either your attributes, your skills, even your starting gear. And also edges. Edges are like feats. But you can spend those hindrance points anywhere in your character creation. Just something to keep in mind of when you do this.
Okay, and because I took 1 major and 2 minors, I have 4 extra. I have 4 of those points.
Here's the thing. I took I think it was about 6 points of hindrances, but I can only spend 4. I was just a choice I decided to do.
Gotcha.
Right.
It was because
Okay.
I felt it fitted the character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
And
think of it
here's
that way.
another
That
thing.
makes sense.
Here's another thing. You can actually gain hindrances in the campaign.
Oh.
Yeah, there are
I
monsters
know there's
that
a
will
way
inflict it
you
upon you.
can. Yeah, I know there's a way you can
Yeah.
lose hindrances, but I'm like, that doesn't
Yes.
make sense because that's like
Yeah,
that's
this is
how your
why.
character is built.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to take away a feature of my role playing.
Yeah. So that's why they have that, is because it's to get rid of the ones you didn't start with and didn't want.
Okay. So I guess
Like
Nerd might
diseases and
want to
stuff.
think about what skills he wants then, and then decide how to spend his hindrance points, either increasing those skills or choosing edges.
Okay, so besides the faith for being blessed and the
Yep.
other 5, do I get more anywhere else?
Yeah,
is it-
so you have up to 12 points to spend, plus your 5 on smart skills.
Now, I don't think you've explained the dice type of spending points in this aspect. So,
Right.
do you mind if I
Go
go
for
over
it.
this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go for
so as it was explained earlier, the ones that are already listed, you get a D4 in them automatically.
Yep.
Yeah? Now, you can spend a point, one of the 12 skill points, to increase, let's say, common knowledge. Common knowledge falls under smarts, I'm pretty sure. Just double check that. I'm not just being weird.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Now, you can increase that to a D6, which will means you're not fairly knowledgeable about the world, and that makes sense for you being around for a while. Now, you can also increase that to a D8, but I don't know what your smarts level is, because I'm only looking at Dunes.
It's a D6.
Yeah, so for you to increase your common knowledge from D6 to D8, it's going to cost you 2 points, because you're going 1 dice above your actual attributes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
Gotcha,
could
gotcha.
actually put it all the way to D12 if you really wanted to. But it's going to cost you 1 dice to increase it to D6, and another 2 dice to increase it for each one afterwards. So that's 7 points in just common knowledge alone.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
Now, another
only
thing-
and that's only if the skill is going higher than my attribute dice.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, another thing I'll point out, typically in Deadlands, is the DC of most common skill checks is 4. So you could pretty easily pass any kind of skill check, even with a D4. But if you're untrained in it, you get a -2 penalty.
So you can do any skill you want.
Yes.
But if you don't have it spent on your character sheet, you get that
If you don't
-2
have the
penalty
skill,
to do it.
yeah. Now, also, I should point out, it's like, how do you get a 4 when you get -2 on a D4? Well, I'll tell you. Because when you roll a 4 on a D4, that's right, puppy, it explodes, and you get to roll an additional D4 on top of that.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So-
I think Noon mentioned something about that with like
Yeah,
triple crit or something, like the double crit.
yeah. And it keeps scaling. Every time you max the dice on the roll, you add another dice, even if you've done it multiple times.
Okay.
Perfect.
You hanging in there, Doubles?
What's the one thing I can't do is roll decent on dice, so that's good.
This is still a dice rolling system.
It's also a card system,
It is also a card system.
so maybe you'll be strong in that suit.
What I really
And you
like
can
about
have-
this system is that most skill checks are a 4. So I don't have
Yeah.
to think about setting a value to whatever skill check. Like, it's just 4.
And also, because we're what's called a wild card, we also roll a d6 in addition to whatever dice that we roll
Right.
normally for our skills.
Yep.
So there's a good probability we'll pass the most usual skills.
Okay.
Yeah, so whenever
So-
you roll a skill check, you're rolling whatever dice you have on your character sheet for it. You're also rolling a d6, and you're choosing which value you want.
Okay.
And if you hit the max value of either one of those die, you get to roll that dice again and add that value onto your first die.
Okay.
And if your second die hits the max value, you get to roll that again. And then all three scores add up to each other. And just in perpetuity, forever. That's called
Perpetually
a
rolling
burst
next
or explode or crit, whatever.
Okay.
Raise. Yeah.
Raise, yeah.
So if I wanted the intimidation skill, it costs me a point.
Yes.
Okay.
So you would write that skill down on your character sheet and put however many points you want to spend on it. 1 for a d4, or if you want a d6, you would spend 2 points.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that's figured out. I'll have to go
You
through all
cannot
these.
intimidate me to being a pacifist. It's not going to work.
Red's going to put the fear of God into people.
I'm going to get all the Bible quotes going.
Yeah, you don't have to decide exactly what you want right now, but if you want to take some time to look through that, and you can do that.
That's a lot to go through. I'll have to go through it now that I kind of understand.
Don't eat my book, you freaking dog. Just started chewing the corner of my Deadlands book.
I'm not paying attention to it, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, because
Well,
I have to
you
go
can
through and see
homework,
what the smarts and spirit abilities are. But those are might going to be my 2 good attributes.
Derek, do you want to talk about the skills that you selected?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Incidentally, I also made my character quite intimidating. One might say it's my strongest skill set. Well, actually, no. I guess yeah. I'll say probably shooting's actually my strongest skill set. But I've taken intimidation, shooting, taunt, and survival. I've focused a lot of them into the quality of my skills rather than the quantity.
What I'm
Gotcha.
hearing is you've seen one of the games that I've played with Nerd and Nude before, and you went, crap, he's going to be in this game. Better make sure my character can live.
You're funny.
I have a tendency to get groups killed by, like, digging at the base of a crystal.
Oh
and
my
crap.
gosh. That session will live in infamy forever.
That's a great session.
That was a TPK session.
Oh.
That was
Yeah, we
Double's
deserved it.
fault. I was even running away from my life because I knew what was about to happen, and I didn't make it out of the cave.
And he still killed us.
Still killed us all.
Wow.
Launched an entire cave on our head.
Nerd, were there edges you were looking into?
Not even started that yet.
Not even started that.
So I can help out with there too, Nerd. Nerd, you're going to have to take the edge, blessed, arcane background for you to be able to be a blessed.
Yes,
It
that
is
I
a
took.
requirement.
Yes, that I
Now,
have.
In addition, you can spend 2 hindrance points to gain an additional edge if you wish.
So does the blessed count towards from the hindrance points? So I have the 4 hindrance points.
You get 1 for free.
Okay, so then I still have 4 hindrance points.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I did
Assuming you haven't already spent 1.
Yeah, I've not spent it. I've not done
Yeah.
any of that yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've
the Blessed is a background edge in the Deadlands book.
yes.
So it has a requirements of Spirit D6 and Faith D4 of your skills. So you should have those skills.
Yeah, I think he does. He has taken them at
Yes,
least.
I've taken them already.
Yeah,
So
if
if
not in quantity.
yeah.
Now
So
I'll
if there's
also
like
explain.
additional,
Sorry, do you
Yeah.
want to go?
I was just gonna say if there's additional skill points, you still have to spend. You have time to do that whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd mention something to know because I don't think he knows about this. Is when you cast your blessed powers, to my understanding, I believe this is still goes the same for blessed. You need to roll a skill roll, and if you don't meet the DC, your spell fizzles and nothing happens.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what the faith skill is for. So you might want to consider upping that fairly substantially because if you don't meet I think the DCs is typically 4 for most spells, but
Yeah,
there
not
can also be modifiers. For I believe one of them is healing, and you can actually add a modifier I can't remember the exact modifier value, but it's for resurrecting.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't yawn.
I was breathing heavily and slowly.
And deeply.
Yeah, I've not looked at the powers at all.
I haven't either. I don't have experience with powers.
Hey, Derek,
Yeah, I've
before
had-
we play, you
yeah.
need to cast powers on them.
Cast powers.
Oh, and
Yeah.
his
Yeah, in your
Series.
game, so that she knows how powers work.
I think we're gonna get into a big battle next session, so that'll be nice.
Good.
Because we haven't done like
There's been use of powers in mine.
I have not been shot at.
Sounds like she
Or,
needs
like,
to be shot
I haven't
at.
been
Yeah, most things
hurt.
you've fought don't have
I keep-
guns.
I keep telling you to hurt us, and I haven't been hurt yet.
Put you in a room where there's about 5 guys with guns, 2 robots, and a menacing-looking guy behind a desk. You all ran away from the city.
We were like, screw this, let's get out of here. This is above our pay grade.
Yeah.
So,
that was funny.
Yeah, I
rank,
thought it was really funny.
rank with the powers. So I'm just using the novice rank.
So novice is a kind of like a level requirement. You fit in the requirement of novice. So
Okay.
you can take you can't anything that says seasoned, veteran, heroic, or legendary. You can't take without permission from the GM.
Okay.
But hey, feel free to ask the GM. Maybe they'll allow it.
I will be like, I will give you shoulder rub.
Wow.
I will rub your feet. No, you don't like when I touch your feet.
Already blackmailing not blackmailing, so we're bribing the DM.
Yes.
Oh, you brought me cookies. Okay. So you can take as much time as you need to look at your edges and skills. And powers. Do we want to look at or Derek, did you want to talk about the edge? I don't know. Did we talk about the edges you have?
I can go over some of the edges without giving away too much.
Wink.
Okay,
So
ancestries are pointless.
I will say that I actually have one that's sort of a spell.
Okay.
Which what it does is it weakens my opponent when now this one I'm not entirely sure on, but I'm assuming it says I need to touch them, which might involve possibly a fighting roll.
What's it called?
Unless Well, it's not you won't find it easily. And if I do tell you, you'll give stuff away.
Okay.
Yeah. But what it allows me to do is it causes an opposed spirit roll, and if I succeed, one of their attributes is lowered by a dice.
Oh.
And it's possible if I get a raise, then their two attributes are lowered by a dice, but I can't make them stack.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
if I hit, say, hypothetically, I think I can only do two stats, but I believe one is strength and the other one, I have to look it up. I wrote it down as a page reference. But yeah, that is one of my edges. I put most of my stuff in my edges, but anything else I'll be giving stuff away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Doubles, did you have a question?
Oh yeah, sorry. Just to help, it was strength and vigor. Now if I affect their vigor, that means that it will be easier to hurt because their toughness runs off their vigor.
Right. So we can talk about that a little bit. So the parry and toughness scores. Parry is basically your ability to, parry an attack. So it's like whether you get a hit on you or not. The enemy is rolling against your parry score. If they succeed on your parry score, that means they hit you. Then they roll against your toughness score, which is basically applying damage to you.
Yeah.
Now, there is no hit points in this system. If you look at the right side, like middle right side of your character sheet, there's wounds, -1, -2, -3. So if they succeed on your toughness score, you become shaken, which means, I took notes on this, which means you can no longer do actions. You can still do free actions, which includes like saying something or dropping something. Where's my notes at? Here we go. Yeah. So you become shaken, and if
Let me know if you need help.
thank you. I'm gonna try and do this as much as I can, and then bring you in to correct me.
Okay.
So rolling against toughness, if they succeed, you become shaken. If they have a raise on that dice, on that damage dice, like they max out their dice and they roll again and succeed again, you get a wound. And you have up to 3 wounds before you become incapacitated. So the first time you get hit, you're shaken. And the second time you're hit, if you're already shaken, you do get a wound. You can, then at the start of your next turn, after you're shaken, you do a spirit roll at the beginning of your turn to see if you can remove that shaken status effect on you. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, the only thing I would say is the simplification of it is parry is the equivalent of Dungeons and Dragons armor class. Toughness is the equivalent of how much damage you're actually able to ignore before you start taking, as you said, wounds. Now I'm going to point out, on a single dice roll, it's possible you can sustain multiple wounds if you roll high enough.
Yeah. If you keep doing those raises.
Yeah. I'll also say I made my character quite tough, but very easy to hit. So my toughness value is 10.
Your toughness is 10?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty good.
But my parry is 2.
Ah,
So
interesting.
hitting me is not the hard part.
Yeah.
As I said, I was making a tank.
Hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, pretty much. I also will mention you can wear armor, which will increase your toughness, but weapons all have an inherent armor-piercing value. So it's they can negate the armor of that. What you do is you add the armor on top of your toughness, but then you put in brackets or parentheses that of the amount of armor that you actually have.
Yeah, so you can see if you're looking at my stream, I have my character sheet up that I use for Derek's game. I have a 6 toughness with 2 points from my my armored hat, my heavy armored hat, which gives me a total of 8 toughness. 2 of those points of my 8 toughness is from the armor. So if I were to get hit with an armor piercing whatever, I would take that 2 out of the equation and it'd be a 6.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also bennies or benefits. They nickname that bennies. These are you start with 3 bennies at the start of every session.
Okay.
And bennies you can use for certain things, like to remove a shaken status from you if you become shaken. You could spend a benny to re-roll a skill. If you fail a skill and you want to re-roll it, you can spend a benny for that. You can spend a benny to soak wounds. So basically, you can avoid taking a wound by rolling a vigor attribute roll. And if you succeed on that roll, you can remove wounds from yourself.
Okay.
What else can you use bennies for?
Typically, it's just re-rolls. Actually, no. There are some kind of more class-specific things I've seen for using bennies. Now I recall, but that's not. It's no real huge need to go into those.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it in the rule book.
Yeah. Typically, it's re-roll and soaking damage.
Yeah. If you do something I particularly like, I can grant you additional bennies throughout the session. So be thinking about that.
Okay.
That's really the only way you can gain bennies.
Okay, it's just basically like inspiration type of deal.
Yes, exactly.
If you do something cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say it's very easy to forget to reward bennies.
It says page 89. Yep. Joker's Wild. When a player character draws a Joker during combat, all characters receive a benny.
Yeah, that's another way you can get them.
Speaking of, so initiative is done by the drawing of cards. There is no initiative value that you add to whatever your initiative would be. You're just drawing cards, right? There's no way you can influence what your initiative is, right, Derek?
Yes, there is.
Unless there's edge or something.
Well, yeah, there's an edge which allows you, whenever you draw an action card, this is what I was mentioning before to double, if he's having bad luck at rolling dice, he could be good at the cards. Whenever there's an edge which is, whenever you draw an action card, if it's 5 or less, you can draw a second card and take the better card instead. so he has a higher initiative.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also hindrances you can take where you take the opposite, which I almost took for my character.
So that's Benny's. There's also obviously gear sections and weapons sections. Do we want to look at what kind of weapons you guys want to use?
Sure.
I imagine.
Or does anyone have any questions?
I'm okay so far. I'm going through all the powers to figure out what's novice and what's not, because on the blessed pages it does not say.
I'll help you out there.
No, I haven't. I've already went through and found them all. That's what I was doing while you guys were talking about the toughness and stuff.
And one thing I will say about Blessed is you only start with so many powers.
Yeah, no, I start with 3.
Thanks for the follow,
But you can spend
How's it going?
If you wanted to get more, there is a way by using an edge. What is it? Did you want more than 3 powers, or are you happy with 3?
I have no idea. I have not read through any of the powers. I literally just went through to see if they were novice, seasoned, veteran, heroic, because I don't know what's what. That's all I've done so far. I've not read on... Like, I start with the holy symbol. I have not even read to see what
familiar
it does.
to me, but
I think that's just to help you.
I can't
or even
place
maybe
you. I forget
might
where
be
you're.
a requirement
What
for
stream
you
I
to
know you
actually
from.
use your powers.
Yeah.
Like a material component.
Nice to have you here.
Okay. So after I've picked my hindrances,
Tableverse, gotcha. Awesome.
I raise my.
This is my first ever
attributes
Savage World stream.
Based on the 5.
Yeah. Did you want to go through your hindrances?
Sure. I'm going to be arrogant, hard of hearing, and small.
Oh.
That's adorable.
Hang on, what was the last one?
Small.
Okay.
I'm really curious as to, like, why you are small. Is it because you're young?
It's I don't know why I'm small, but I'm arrogant because I'm small.
Oh, okay.
He's Wolverine.
Oh my goodness.
I read arrogant, and it says your hero doesn't think he's the best; he knows he is. Whether it's blah 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 blah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm arrogant because I'm.
I also
I'm gonna have to find some Bible verses on arrogance.
Pride.
It was that or like Death Wish.
I just want to address Skillium in the chat. Wants to play Savage Worlds pretty bad. So this is my first time ever attempting to run Savage Worlds, specifically Deadlands. If you're interested in joining the Discord, I'm gonna try and run it. Deadlands, yeah. If you're interested in joining the Discord and finding out more and maybe joining in the future, you're welcome to join the Discord and check it out. Okay. I don't have a free slot in the schedule right now. I'll definitely jump in the cord. Cool. Yeah. Where were we at? Doubles has his hindrances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was looking at his attributes now.
Oh, okay. Cool. We're doing it.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. This is exciting.
Doubles, what did you start off as? Did you go Ranger? Or did you not get that far yet?
I haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
I'm going through the
edge.
I'm going through the order of things that it says on whatever this page is. Page.
Yeah, that's a good way to kind of do
page 9. So it says concept, and I just ignored that. Then it says ancestry, and as far as I can tell, ancestry is simply a pre-built character, so it doesn't really matter.
Eskillium, I added you to my Deadlands channel. Mayo.
And then it says hindrances and then traits. Now I'm trying to figure out what my attributes affect.
So this is where it comes down to the conversation: is what kind of ranger are you?
Are you shooting?
Like, did you-
Are you using a bow?
Yeah, like
Probably shooting. Yeah.
Okay, so we're thinking maybe territorial ranger. I'll look that up ahead to help you out.
You definitely want the shooting skill. But probably the fighting skill. What is involved
Okay,
with
so
skill?
territorial ranger requirements is they need a vigor of D6 or higher, a fighting skill of D6 or higher, an intimidation skill of D6 or higher, riding skill D6 or higher, shooting skill
gosh.
D6 or higher, and survival skill D4 or higher. That's a lot of requirements for someone who just goes out in the bush.
Where did you find that?
That was on page 73 of the Deadlands book.
Core rules?
No, you're
That'd be
looking
the
at
Deadlands
Savage
rules.
Worlds. Yeah, the Deadlands rules.
Here, page. You said 73, right?
Yeah, it should be 73, 75 is at the end.
It's high noon.
Hi Zix, how's it going?
Yeah, Territorial Ranger was 73. What's the agent do? Let's see that one.
The agent is kind of like a typical government man, where he's investigating supernatural elements and trying to keep things under control.
Gotcha.
So it's like, yeah, that was not a alien spacecraft. That was a weather balloon.
What?
We're trying to figure out something that because the Ranger is. I'm assuming it's not. What does it say down for it?
We're doing
Does
good.
it say like a
Zix.
skill like novice?
We are figuring out
What?
building
For
characters
for that Ranger.
for my Deadlands.
Territorial
game.
Ranger is novice, so he can
Okay.
start as one. Also, the requirements for it aren't actually that bad.
I mean, you're pretty specialized in what you're doing. Like, you're not going to go crazy on getting a whole bunch of different skills. It is nice that it tells you what you need here to kind of go that route.
It's only 6 skills points as well, which is probably stuff he's going to take anyway.
Yeah. Eskillium, yeah, these are examples.
Yeah.
Well, it's an edge. It's one of the edges you can choose. Requirements, starting equipment. So it does give you the starting equipment, I guess, is what this edge is doing.
Yes. Yeah, if he takes those requirements and he becomes a territorial ranger, he gets all the trimming, so which means he's part of their faction. He gets the armored duster, shotgun of the ranger's choice, horse badge, and then it goes into like sort of more information about what the rangers are and what they know and their role in the world.
You get a +1 to persuasion to law-abiding types, +1 intimidation to outlaws. So there are advantages to those types of skill checks that you get from this edge. You get a horse?
Yeah.
Dang.
You didn't even have to roll for it. It seems like that is that like a fairly like straightforward. This is your what you're playing as, and there's not a lot of extra points to play around with.
He spent 6. If he takes this, he only spent like 6 of his 12 skill points, and again, into stuff he's probably going to take anyway.
And yeah,
Like, is he not going to take a point in shooting? Is he not going to take a point in like intimidation or fighting
or riding if you're going to get a horse?
Yeah. I mean, this is stuff he's probably going to take anyway.
So you can be extra good at riding if you want, or extra good at shooting, or pick up some additional skills. Yeah, it's just however you want to do that. All right, good night, Zix. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Shrimpy. A tennis ball. Oh my gosh, Maple, he found your tennis ball in the garden. Maple's gonna come kill you.
She will literally rip your ear off.
She will rip your nose off. How's it going, Shrimpy?
What kind of shotgun do I go with?
Yeah, there's so many guns.
I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 different types of shotguns.
So you want shotgun specifically?
Yeah, I'm down there looking. So shooting, that's a skill, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
pure.
I would have to spend a point to get the skill shooting.
If you don't want a -2 every time you shoot your gun, then yes, you need to take the skill shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to hit things, you're going to want to take the skill shooting.
Okay.
Hit things reliably.
Mm-hmm. Use every shotgun. Sure.
Actually, no, because
he's too poor. He can't afford the guns.
I live in poverty. I'm a man of the cloth.
My pistol is only like $12.
Yeah, but that's
you have to buy the bullets.
Yeah, like
and the holster. Or the shotgun thong, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting the thong.
Doubles, everyone starts with $250. And the clothes on your back. So basically, anything additional that you want, I guess if you're going to take the edge, you're not spending that money, though. You, like, have starting equipment. So anything else you want, you have to buy it to start with.
Yeah, he gets starting equipment. I do not.
Strip has an interesting solution. He just grabbed, like, nails or whatever's on hand, like your teeth, and just put that down the barrel. All you need is some gunpowder.
Single barrel shotgun for 25. It's the cheapest one. I don't know if I want so under shotguns it says +2 shooting. 3d6 damage, short range, 2d6 medium. So the +2, what is that?
I'll have to look it up.
On page 33 of the Deadlands book.
So you're 33. That's the infernal devices.
He might be using the PDF.
31. If you use the PDF, it's on 33.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the page numbers on the actual page.
What was the name of the weapon?
Just a single barrel. But at the top where it says shotguns and bolt.
Right.
Yeah. So shotguns, +2 shooting, 3d6 damage, short range, 2d6 medium. What is that?
Yeah, I now have to refer to the Savage Worlds book as
for the shooting.
For that detail. I believe. Give me a second.
Which number?
If I shoot within 12 squares, it is 3d6 damage. If I shoot within 24, it's 2d6. Because that's the short, medium, and long.
Oh, So
Yeah.
the short, medium, and long. I have written that down. So for the first number, you're rolling your normal damage, and that's what it is. For the 24, or no, not damage, rolling to hit. So for the range of 12, you don't have any penalty for shooting at a range within a range of 12. If you're shooting up to a range of 24, you're going to take a -2 to your shooting roll. When
So
you're
I think
shooting beyond 24 to 48, or more than 48, is it between 12?
so.
Well,
From
the
my
last number is
understanding,
-4.
Okay.
So from my understanding, because a shotgun does like a spread effect, I believe the +2 shooting's referring to how easy it is to hit things.
Okay.
I believe. I'm still looking it up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
Yeah, I was curious about the +2 shooting part.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing that +2 at?
It's just below the shotguns brackets, all 12 gauges thing. Where
The
it
big
says
red
just
shotgun
Oh,
line?
I
Right
see.
below it.
Yeah.
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 +2 shooting. 3d6 damage, short range, 2d6 medium, 1d6 long. Oh.
Okay, so the
That's-
further away they are, it affects the damage too.
Yes.
Okay, which makes sense.
I have a note here. It says, unless you only shot your last turn. So if you take your turn and the only thing you did was shoot on that turn, your next turn, you are technically aiming your shot and you don't have those negative penalties.
Okay.
Yep, you can aim, I believe. It's kind of like what a sniper would do.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some of my gear, clothes and shoes, because I start with nothing.
Well, you start with your basic clothes on your back, so you don't have to buy your clothes.
I gotta wear nice. I
I actually paid for the clothes. It didn't cost me much. Plus, it added more armor to me.
There's also something where you can call your shot.
Yes.
Called shots.
So we can yell Kobe, then shoot. Okay.
Targeting a particular part of the body is a called shot. The modifier to the attack roll depends on the scale of the target itself. Use the scale modifiers table to determine any bonus or penalty for the target scale. These modifiers are already listed in parentheses below for normal scale creatures, along with any specific game effects. So if you're calling your shot on someone's hand, it's a -4 to your roll?
Okay.
Modifier to the attack roll, yeah. And if you hit, then the target may be disarmed. Head or vitals is a -4. Hitting the head or vital organs of living creatures adds +4 damage to the attacker's total, etc., etc. Limbs is a -2. Hitting a limb has no additional special effects since it's already accounted for by wound and pace penalties. So there is additional stuff you can do there by calling your shot.
Cold shots is a good thing to go into if you build your character for accuracy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought about taking the. So, if I take another edge, it costs me
2 points. 2 points.
2 points. Okay.
Yeah.
And that
So you could.
That point comes from my hindrance. What I spent
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yes.
I spent all my 4 points on edges.
Because
Okay.
I wanted to take the edge knack. It's on 22 in the book or 24 in the PDF. With the let's see here. This edge should only be taken during character creation unless there's a good reason. Yada yada yada. The Weird West is a superstitious place where rumors and old wives' tales abound. Occasionally, these folk tales contain a germ of truth and act as just that folklore come true. And I was going to do Born on Christmas, but I wanted to see this.
I know that one.
Yeah, a babe born on Christmas is particularly resistant to arcane effects powered by evil spirits. Only heroes with blessed or shaman arcane background can take this knack. If you want to take a different arcane background, this isn't the knack for you. When targeted by a power from any other arcane background, a hero with this knack can spend a Benny to negate the effect and force the caster to make a spirit roll or be of -4 or be shaken.
Oh, that's huge.
If you say so. I just thought it went good with my, being Catholic and a shotgun wielding Catholic.
It pretty much makes you magic resistant.
East Gillian, if you're still there, I wanted to point out that Derek Page, that I just shouted out, is my DM for Deadlands.
Also, shaken targets.
He's been running some sessions, like one-shot series sessions, and he streams those. So if anybody's interested in more Savage Worlds content,
say like for example,
do go check out Derek Page.
Enemy's turn, they try to cast a spell at you cause them to be shaken. Then it goes to my turn and I shoot them. Because they're already shaken, they take an additional wound.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. You don't want to be caught shaken and shot at.
That's a bad time for you.
I have a question about buying these skills. I get 12 points to buy skills.
Yep.
Putting a skill on my sheet immediately costs 1 point, and it starts at a D4.
Yes.
If I need to then increase it to a D6, that costs me 2 points.
That costs you 1 point.
It depends on his attributes.
Right.
Well, it would be 2 points for the skill, because 1 point to get it at D4, a second point to get it at D6. If my attribute for whatever it was happened to be like Vigor, for example,
right?
If my attribute for Vigor was a 4, it would cost me 2 points to get any skill based on Vigor up to 6.
D6, yes. If it's a skill you didn't already start with like athletics. Etc.
Yeah, those first 5 that already are on your character sheet, you get those at a D4 for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, my shovel only cost me $1.50.
Your shovel. There is I don't know, Derek, if you thought about this, but I've been keeping track of my carrying weight.
Yeah, it's funny. I find so as someone who runs campaigns in general, I find keeping track of weight is something that causes a lot of paperwork that could really always be better spent just enjoying the campaign. So I usually don't mind people like glossing over weight unless they're being like they're really trying to abuse it and trying to haul as much possible loot as they possibly can, sort of thing. Like they need to, and usually by that stage, like in D&D, they would have like something that will help them carry a lot of like a bag of endless holding, etc.
Or a horse with saddlebags.
Or a horse, exactly. Yeah, as I said, it's not hard to be able to carry a lot of weight. It's just a matter of when players really are trying to haul it is when you need to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't let my characters carry 20 swords on them.
Yeah. Funny enough, I thought of a concept for a character who would carry 20 swords, but they're all animated. And then he just sort of like throws them out and lets them do his work.
Okay, so the skills in this, whatever this guy is, Territorial Ranger, that
Yep.
cost me 9 of 12.
9 of 12. No, that should cost you 6. Unless
But to get
you're...
fighting D6 cost me 2 points, right?
Oh, because you're not... You've only got D4 in fighting? I mean, you've
Fighting's
only got
agility.
D4... Yeah, you only got D4 in agility, I meant?
I have an 8 in agility.
Okay, yeah.
But does it cost? It says 1 point per dice, right?
Yes, until you go over the 8.
Yeah, until you go over the
Oh,
limit.
so to get it at 4 would be 1 point. To get it at 6 would cost me 2 points. To get it
Correct.
at 8 would cost me 3 points. To get it at 10 would
No.
cost me 5.
No. So okay,
No.
hang on. Here, doubles. So what's your agility at? 6.
8.
8. So your agility is 8. And under your attributes, if your skill requires agility and you want to get that skill to 10, once you go from 8 to 10, that's when it costs you 2 points.
No, I see what he's saying. Like, if he wants a skill of, what was it, fighting at 8, he would spend 1, 2, 3 points. One
Right.
for the 4, 1 for the 6, 1 for the 8.
I think there might have been possibly some confusion whether when he was saying the number of points, was he
Yeah.
talking about the total or for each upgrade?
Cumulative.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the total it cost me.
He explained it poorly and confused you guys. But I get what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about the total to get to that dice count. Not
Right.
Not that 4 of 4 it's 1, 4 of 6 it's 2, 4 and 8 it's 3. It is if I'm going to 8, it will cost me a total of 3 of my 12 points.
Yes.
Right. So then the skills I need to get the ranger cost me 9 of my 12 points. Because fighting has to be a 6, intimidation a 6, riding a 6, shooting a 6, and survival a 1. So that's 2 points for fighting, 2 points for intimidation, 2 points for riding, 2 points for shooting, 8 points, 1 point for survival, 9 points.
Math.
Correct?
I'm counting. Yeah. 1.
Hi, Sharpie. Hi, Moldrum. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, Moldrum. Hi, Moldrum.
5, 6.
How you guys
7,
doing?
8. Hey, you're right. 9. Good. I cannot count today.
Because
No.
you said it was 6, and I had a lot of points
Yeah,
left over,
yeah.
and I'm like, unless I
yeah.
don't understand what this rule is here for buying skills in the main book, I was like, I don't understand how I got to that number. That's what I was trying to figure out, because the rule is a little confusing, because it's like it includes unless the listed skill is blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck does that mean?
I would also you should probably read about the Rangers just to get an understanding of what they're about before you dive into it. It's like, yeah, they got the word Ranger, let's do it. So,
yeah, the word Ranger just means like you're an officer in you're a U.S. Marshal officer, or you're a Confederate like Texas Ranger, like you're a law enforcement. So I don't know if you want to be a law enforcement, because it sounds like you're anti-law, right?
Yeah, I may not necessarily be that. But I was trying to. That's what I was trying to figure out, is how the points for skills actually work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to like custom build, how you want to play your character, rather than take one of those specific background edges. I mean, it just depends on how you want to do it.
Right.
I am gonna take a real quick bathroom break.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back.
You also get payment being a ranger. You get $40 a month.
I'm gonna have to totally change my character and play a good guy, so I get paid regularly.
Did anybody take the persuasion skill? Or no, we all get persuasion by default. Okay, just kidding. I see that it's marked
Yeah.
red.
Everyone has the ability to talk, just a matter of how well.
Okay, yeah.
I will tell you, I am not going to be very good at persuasion.
I got a D6 or a D8 in smarts and a D10 in spirit. So other than that, I'll be garbage at everything else.
Hmm. Oh, I feel bad for Noon if she's expecting us to do a lot of persuasion rolls.
I feel bad for her in general.
I feel bad for my chapstick stick. I found a lid chewed up on the floor.
Uh-oh.
Freaking dogs. I don't know where the stick is.
Let's just
Now
get
a
rid of it.
hard-boiled candy.
Well, you'll find it tomorrow.
That's probably why Maple's not been eating.
She ate today. She's a good girl today.
The dog,
Sort of.
however, has really moisturized more.
Is there skills in the Deadlands book?
No.
What's the question?
I'm saying if there's new skills from the Deadlands book. Okay.
Actually, there is. What is it? It is. I gotta look it up. I know they brought it in.
I saw new hindrances and new edges. I didn't see new skills.
Yeah, I was looking for
What was
skills.
I think it might be weird science, but that's about it.
Oh, language skill trait. Let's see. Most standard skills and stats are available. So it says electronics and hacking are not available in Deadlands. We add one smart space skill, trade. So there is trade added.
Yeah, that's for your general day-to-day kind of job, which I guess a territorial ranger would fall under, and also a blessed. If you're doing random services, although I don't know how much it's going to help you, nerd. You're going to lose half of it the next day.
And the other one is a language skill. Most folks in the Americas, regardless of where they hail from, originally learned the most common language of the land, that's English. Heroes with the outsider hindrance know a different language and must drop a few points into the language to make themselves understood.
What's the fighting die?
That's fighting skill. So whatever die you have in fighting, that's your fighting die.
I'll also point out fighting is influencing your parry skill or parry stat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Because the skills would be I'm taking as faith, healing, and performance right now. I think that's the only skills that I saw that I liked for this character.
Before you do settle on that, are you taking the power healing?
I haven't even got that far yet.
Okay, because there's a significant difference between the skill healing and the power healing, which they don't have. Even though they have the same name, they're very different from each other.
Gotcha.
Healing skill is more for doctors. Healing power is more for the blessed clerics like yourself.
Yeah. I haven't figured out how I wanted to spread the points around, so I'm just kind of putting everything.
Yeah, nobody has to make decisions tonight. This is just to help you guys get started at least. And kind of, explain how the rule system works and answer any questions you have. I was looking for where it talks about the parry and toughness scores.
So if are you just in Savage Lands, or did you want it from the character creation for Deadlands? Because it goes for it there.
It does go through it there.
Yeah,
On page 9,
six-
page 10, something like that.
Yeah.
So I kind
Page
of forgot how those work.
page 16 in the PDF of Deadlands has it.
Yeah, that explains the general of how you calculate it. So parry is just 2 plus half your fighting die rounded down. If you haven't taken the fighting skill, it's just 2.
Gotcha. Oh, and lastly, you want to think about what your worst nightmare is.
Mine or my characters?
Your characters.
The
so,
devil.
It says, finally, think a bit on what really scares your hero, what he's afraid of, and why. Now think about what kind of dream makes him wake up with cold sweats at night. Write this down. No reason, really. Trust me.
They do a good job writing these books.
Yeah, these books are written really fun. Think about that, and you can just shoot me a DM of what your character's worst nightmare is.
I did put it on my character sheet, but it does annoy me that the character sheets don't actually have a place to put it.
Yeah, even though it's an essential part listed in the book here.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I just sort of tucked it in with my hindrances.
There's way too much room for gear. You don't need that much room for gear. You can put it.
I actually used all of it, but I needed it for other things. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have
It was a
taken
lot
some of
of
that
information.
space.
I used every single line for gear.
I definitely did not yet. I just got to use the gun, shovel, shells, and clothes. Other than that, I've not bought anything.
My character for Derek's game has just the armored hat. I made a very general character for Derek's game. I didn't really have a strong vision in mind for combat-wise how she would play. I just kind of was I just wanted to kind of test out everything. So I spent a bunch of I took a lot of skills. I'm not particularly good at any one thing.
Okay.
A fairly well balanced character.
Yeah. And I took the most simplest sounding guns that I could find because I was not sure exactly how the guns should work. And I haven't been really doing my, role-playing correctly my character when it comes to having nerves of steel, because I'm pretty sure I ran away in the last session.
Wow.
Have you only ever been in one session?
Huh? In the last session?
Yeah, well, no, scroll down to your advancements. It looks like you only had one in there. Or am I miss?
Yeah, I only completed one
really?
thing.
No, you were in the one with the rattlers. You should have got that one.
I think that's what that was.
No, because there's also the one, the Chupacabra.
Okay, so I've leveled for the Chupacabra. I did not level for
The Rattlers.
The Rattlers.
Yeah, so you can include that as an advancement.
I think because we didn't turn in the Rattler brains is what I was thinking. I didn't complete that mission.
I did that because we ran out of time. So I said that, yeah, once you guys get to the city, you can get that. Yeah, so you can hand that in advance. Also, you're already gone for the city and handed it in, so yeah, you can include that advancement.
Okay. Well, I went ahead and made my Novice 2 character sheet and made that decision already because I wasn't sure. I was like, did I level or not? I don't know. There we go. So
Oh, nice.
I increased, for my first Novice level, I increased my Smarts die by 1. And then, because I did that, I was able to increase my Notice and Survival die, which are both Smart skills, by 1.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm not 100% sure with the hat adding armor to your total toughness if they were to just shoot you anywhere other than the head. That's the only thing I'm a little grey on.
What do you mean?
Well, you've got the armored hat, which adds +2 armor, which you've done correctly for the kind of toughness. But the point is that I think it only counts if they shoot you in the head.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure if it is factored in your total toughness if they were just to shoot you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Armor.
Yeah, because I spent 120 my character's dollars to increase his armor because he has like Rattler armor, which is 10 times the value to get his toughness where it is.
It does in the notes for that item say head, so
yeah. I'm assuming it's only.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So you're just gonna keep him. Yeah.
I'm gonna edit this to say head, and then bring that down to 6 for just overall toughness.
Yeah.
So that if I'll ask you, did I get shoot in the head? Well, that's a +2.
Yeah. The only way.
Oh yeah, East
that would
Gilliam says
happen-
only called shots.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now I think about it, actually, getting an armored hat would have been really clever for my character. I think it's the only area that's not actually armored. I also couldn't find the hat section.
So how are we doing?
Okay. So I took Knack with the Born on Christmas, which I need to go back and grab that, and then the Tale Teller.
For edges?
Yeah,
Tale Teller.
it's in the Deadlands. Basically, I like the Tale Tales.
Are they tall tales?
They can be. I mean, it is the Bible.
Tale
It
Teller.
is.
Bible's full of stories.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have performance or persuasion as a D8 or more.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Tale Teller is a good storyteller. Not only entertains, he gives hope and comfort as well. In the Weird West, Tale Tellers are critical to saving the world. You
So
bet.
that
Yeah.
is-
What?
That is a great feature to have in Deadlands because fear is a pretty big factor of the Deadlands
Yep.
setting, where there's different there's different ranges of fear, like a level of fear.
Yeah.
That you guys will be encountering throughout the Deadlands setting. You can lower that fear for a certain area through storytelling. So if you tell a good story to like comfort the people, or something like that, you can attempt to lower the fear level of whatever area you're in.
Gotcha.
Fear levels. Go on.
No, go ahead. I wanted to find out.
I was just going to say, fear levels tend to range from between 1 or even 0 to 6. But the thing is, the higher the level, the more the sort of supernatural tends to feed off that, and it's really kind of bad if it gets too high.
Are we from this town or are
No.
we passing by? Okay, we're passing by.
Yep.
Okay.
You are specifically going to this town to deliver a piece of equipment for an inventor.
Are we starting in the town, or we're starting outside of town delivering it, correct?
Yeah, you're going to be starting just outside of town. You will be spending the night out in the wilderness on your way there.
Okay.
You're like a day away.
Okay, just want to make sure I get the correct
Eskilium, this is published from Pinnacle's website, I think. Yeah. I found it on Drive-Thru RPG. I think it's from their previous edition of Deadlands, but it's still, like, there's nothing in it that would, like, affect the rule system we're using.
I think they're asking if you're using a preset module or if you're making up your own kind of campaign like I am.
Right. So what I'm planning on doing is a one-shot that I found published on the Pinnacle website. I don't have plans on homebrewing anything at this moment. I did buy a campaign book from Pinnacle. Well, from their publisher, 2D Studios, whatever they're called. I do plan on running that campaign book eventually. Is it a one-sheet, one-shot? It's a two-sheet, one-shot. Yes, the Blood Drive book. That's what I have, I believe. Let me see.
And modules are a really good way to start off DMing, I find.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you've never done it before.
Yeah, I've never DM'd before Eskilium. This will be my first time DMing. But yeah, I also have the Blood Drive book. Yeah, definitely one-shots. I wanted to practice running. I wanted to practice DMing and playing in the system by doing a one-shot. And amazingly, Derek Page has already been DMing Deadlands, and I've been able to play in his sessions, which has been just jump-starting me into actually starting to do this a year later after having bought the books.
Anyone's welcome to join that too, by the way.
Yeah, I did shout you out previously. I will shout you out again.
Oh.
Yes. As helping her with the rules, she has me and Doubles ruining the story and teaching her how to be a DM.
Eskilium followed all of you. That's nice of you.
Hooray. I really need to schedule our Esper Genesis games. I keep saying that.
You've, like, not been, like, interested in doing that, it sounds like.
I've had zero interest in DMing at all right now.
I mean, you don't have... No one's making you do it if you don't want to.
No, we're making you do it. Do it.
I see, I want to.
Wow.
You haven't been playing doubles. What are you talking about?
I did have to schedule Legion, the Star Wars Legion for Sunday first. Now, and then Thanksgiving's all planned out. We have that, so...
What I find crazy is he's built a metropolis and he's not using it.
He just likes building more than actually DMing.
Yeah.
Whatever update they did 9 months ago broke my system.
What?
Yeah, it runs real slow.
Is that because of the mods?
No, it was before the mods.
Mods break everything.
It was running perfectly fine when we had that big Twitch 12-hour partner stream. Or not partner stream, but community
I heard
stream.
about that.
Yeah,
it's
it was running
100
fine.
years ago.
I know, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. We had 8 people in there, a gigantic city, and it ran perfectly fine. Now it stutters and it's not great. I've slowly been taking that city, pulling it apart, and putting the buildings in their own boards.
Yeah, I think you need to. Like when I made Ravnica, I broke it down into districts of guilds.
Yeah. And one of the Esper Genesis stuff is called Crisis of Beltavaria. It's just a small city street block. It's all there. It's super detailed, has everything.
Yeah.
And we played a session in it, and it ran perfectly fine. So it'll be stuff like that. It'll not be anything scrolling.
East Gilliam has a good question. Is fear a Deadlands thing, or is it a core, like, Savage Worlds thing? I think it's just a Deadlands thing.
I think it can definitely be both. Because, like, I feel like Savage Worlds is built with Eldritch Horror in mind. But I definitely know fear is strongly rooted in Deadlands. I just don't know how much it is in Savage Worlds.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the Savage Worlds book referencing fear levels specifically.
No,
but it could
fear
be
is
used.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be used in other settings that uses Savage Worlds. I mean, it all works together regardless.
They use the same rules. I just don't know if, like, now that I think about it, I haven't actually seen any monsters from the the actual sort of thing, monsters in the Savage Worlds per se. Like, I'm looking for some now. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Beastery. That seems like a good place to check. Okay, so it's giving me like a bunch of like animals at the moment. Oh, here we go. Elementals. Okay, so yeah, they have some things like let's see. This is oh, okay. There's like a ghost which inflicts fear. And they have stuff like liches, but they don't seem to. Oh no, do they? They don't seem to inflict fear or terror at just face value. Looks like it's just built into whatever creature it is. But I do know a lot of the Deadlands things have fear built into them.
So don't forget to think about your nightmare. Because that's gonna be important.
Yep, I've already done mine. Which I assume you know.
So, strength. What does strength actually affect?
How strong you are.
Skills, mostly, I would assume. No, look at it, actually.
On the skills page, none of them.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
None of them have strength as an attribute.
I know that strength affects
seem weird.
like certain melee attack rules.
Yeah, damage for melee is strength.
Yeah.
I think there's grappling rules that probably uses strength. Grappling. If I can spell it.
So strength is determining damage from your melee. Agility is determining whether or not you hit with your melee. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Grappling. Oh, it's athletics. Not strength.
Okay, so I just got to count up how many points I actually used here. Five, 6. 10,
I believe your encumbrance would also fall off strength. I'm just checking that now as I said.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Apparently not. Encumber its character's structure from pace, running rolls. Oh, okay, wait, okay, it's not it. Oh no, there it is. Encumbrance, strength. You can carry up to 20 pounds if you're D4. 40 pounds on D6, 60 pounds on D8. So every dice increase you have, it increases it by 20 pounds. So that's one thing.
Have to take this.
Oh my
You said it,
gosh,
puppy.
she is right in your mic.
Okay, so I have 12 of these now. Now I have an edge.
You have your one
I'm
free
wondering
edge.
now, who's louder, my cat or your dog?
Bring the cat up here. Let's see.
Oh,
So I meet the requirement of that and that.
Are you buying your edges now?
So I have an edge. So I have a free edge.
You have a free edge.
Yep.
So I get one free edge
yes.
with 4 hindrance
So
points.
it's kind of weird because it's not strictly speaking that you get a free edge, but because you are human and you are forced to be human in Deadlands, you get a free edge because humans have a start with a free edge.
Okay. So then I picked one edge so far.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the benefit of the hindrance points?
You can buy additional edges. Major. Was it made? My brain broke.
So it
There's
says
not
for 2
major,
points you
minor
can
edges.
raise one attribute by one die type or choose an edge. For 1 point, you can gain another skill point or add additional starting funds.
Yeah.
So I have 1 major and 2 minor. So I have 4 points I can spend, meaning I could get 2 additional edges effectively.
Yes.
Did you say? Okay.
Yeah, because I have 4, and then I got the knack and the tail teller edges on top of my blessed.
Don't burp into the mic.
You heard that? That's impressive.
I didn't hear it, so
Everything.
I think she only heard it because she heard you do it in actual real life.
She probably did just hear me through the basement floor.
Well, the floor did shake.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see where it says you can take more hindrances if you want, but the maximum benefit is 4 points.
Which I did.
Yeah.
So if my power says a range of smarts,
Yep.
What's the range?
What?
Roll your smarts die?
So
I don't know. I've not messed with powers. Let's see. Let's learn together.
So stun in the Deadlands book at 170.
Are you talking about the power stun?
Yep. Says rank novice. Power points 2. Range smarts.
Okay, give me a second. I'm working on it.
At 170 in the Savage Worlds book.
Yeah. I'm heading there now. Here we go. Also. Okay. So, you have a series of PowerPoints, which should be listed.
Yep.
So what is that, just for
15.
benefit? Oh wow, that's a lot. All right, so you would spend in this case 2 of those points and then you would do your skill check to see if you successfully cast it.
Okay.
And if you are successful, you shock the target with a concussive force, and the casting must make a vigor roll at -2. If you get a raise on the success of your casting roll, or they become stunned, which is listed on page 106.
Yeah. Okay, so the range for smarts is me rolling my smarts to. It's not an actual distance. It is a skill check.
It does have a okay, the range. Okay, I see what you're
Yes,
asking now.
that is what I am
One
trying to
moment.
figure out.
Yeah. Powers. Okay.
Okay, range. The maximum distance between the caster and the power's effect. Range is often expressed as smarts, or some multiple thereof. If so, read smarts as inches on the tabletop. As smarts of D10, for example, means the power can be cast up to 10 inches away.
Okay.
So you're not rolling it, it's whatever die you have for it.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. So my smarts is at 8, so that is 8 inches.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 8 game hexes. Which is just further than you can walk. No, actually, a little bit further because you're old.
I am old, yes.
Yeah. So they can't quite outrun you.
I'm old and weak.
Oh, no. But powerful. We'll see.
See here. Duration, it just says 5.
That means 5 rounds.
5 rounds. Okay.
Yeah.
On my holy symbol ability. Okay.
Which is really good.
I don't know what it does yet, but
well, if it's stun, did you look up stun?
No, on holy symbol, not on stun.
Okay.
Stun is instant. It's just done.
I haven't looked up the stun myself yet. I want to look that up. Stunned. Okay. I had to look up a couple of other status effects for myself of what they did. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so I had to take note of 2 status effects of distracted and vulnerable. Stun does both. And they fall prone. They can't move or take any actions, and they don't count towards what's called as a gang up bonus, which I'm guessing is like a swarm or a horde.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good. They have to make a vigor roll to break free each round.
Ganging up, I'm trying to think of what the term is in D&D, but it's like if you're adjacent to your ally, then you get like a +1 to fight.
Floating?
It's pack tactics.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's just the It says the foes have that, and if you have allies, then that cancels that out or something. I took very brief notes on it. Let me see. Gang. It's called ganging up. Page 101 of Savage Worlds.
I know distracted, you get a penalty on your rolls, and vulnerable is. I'll write this down. No, I didn't. I just had a page reference.
Yeah, it's
So that's-
flanking rolls, basically.
I think there's more damage.
My character's fighting die.
So how many power abilities can I have again?
I think you said 3.
And then it would does it cost to have more?
You can. Okay, so technically it says you have to take Holy Symbol, and then it's +2 of the player's choice. So
Yep,
that's
I have
total
those.
3. Yeah. But if you spend an edge, that you can get more of them, I believe. I'll have to, if you're interested in trying to get more, I can look it up for you.
Yeah, I'm just curious to how you get more.
All right,
It's the
I'll look that
effective
up for you.
size.
Because I mean, I'll drop the Tellteller if I find a thing to do it. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. My first advice is look for a power that you want to start with before just trying to get more power and I don't know what to spend it on.
Oh, I already have my 3.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you want to look for a 4th that you want before trying to figure out a way to get it.
Oh no, I'm just wanting to learn how to get it.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you can get it just by leveling up, but whenever we advance.
Okay.
If that's what you're... But if this is a one-shot, don't expect that to happen.
Gotcha.
That said, I did actually plan mine in advance if it does happen, so I'm good to go if it does happen. Otherwise, I'm just ignoring my advancement one. But my advancement one, just to talk about it, is to instill fear into my opponents.
I did remember I came across this nice little character creation summary sheet on the Savage Worlds book, on page 55, if you want to take a look at that, just for a nice little quick reference. Hi,
I
Shades!
actually looked at that.
Not in for long today, but got a heavy weekend ahead. What you doing on the weekend? East Gilliam, what was your idea for a spin-off, a Deadlands spin-off that you want to work on? What kind of ideas do you have for that? I'm curious.
Round it down. One. I'm not very tough.
Uh-oh. Well, don't get hit, and then you don't.
I'm gonna get myself killed.
Well, I've built myself to be a tank, so hopefully, so long as they direct their attention to me, you're okay.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. With an 8 in fighting and 4 for my taunt. Yeah, I'm definitely getting killed.
Wow, you are a glass cannon.
I'm not even a cannon. I'm just glass.
Glass cannon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that toughness was vigor, 2 plus half your vigor, rounded down.
Don't forget, you can wear armor to increase it.
I'm gonna need some armor. Okay, so I have calculated all of those. I have my edges. Is the next thing I need to do figure out gear?
Mm-hmm.
And you said we had what, 250?
Yep. Unless you're nerd, because nerd is poverty.
I have the poverty hindrance.
Then he has half that, which we decided
can
was
also-
125.
he could actually get an edge that just multiplies your cash by a significant amount.
I mean, I saw like super rich or something like that.
It was crazy. It's like I don't even know. I have so much money, I don't even know what to spend it on.
Yeah, it's called Filthy Rich.
At one point, he was like, "I'm gonna have a train or something."
Yeah, Shades, I feel you on that. I am definitely not fit anymore either. I didn't know he did theater work.
So Rich gives you 3 times the starting salary, and then Filthy Rich, which is still just a requirement of Novice, gives you 5 times the starting funds.
And you can spend hindrance points to increase your starting wealth too.
Like greed or something like that.
Something. No, not for edges, but just for like additional starting cash.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In my campaign, one of the characters did that, got a stupid amount of cash as he possibly could start with, and then brought a minigun.
Fun.
Who was that?
Ryu.
Ryu.
And yeah, he
Tex?
and yeah, Tex, the guy with a minigun, who goes into an office against an unarmed man that's his enemy, and then decides to run away. And so I can't gauge you guys at all. Sometimes you face a dragon skeleton. It's like, yeah, we're going to just stay here now, and then but I put you against a seemingly normal person, and you guys run away.
I was so into that. Like, I was ready to find out what was going to happen next, and then we decided to leave.
I had never put in more like content for any like area in that area, because it's like that was one map. I had like 3 or 4 maps.
Oh no. Alrighty, Skillium. I'm looking forward to hearing about your spinoff ideas, but yeah, I hope you come back another time and talk to you later.
Right. Okay. Looks like I'm wearing a hide. Okay, this will be
I'm gonna have to stream the session now.
No pressure.
I mean, me or Derek can stream it. So you don't have to worry about it.
Well, still, they're the DM, so pressure's on them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the pressure's gonna be on no matter what.
Okay, so I'm getting close to being done with my session notes, I think. We'll see how much more I work on it this week. So I don't really have a definite time of when I want to run it.
Okay.
But I don't think we don't have any plans this weekend, do we, Nerd?
I have a football game Friday night, and I have Legion on Sunday.
Oh, right.
Tony's coming over so we can play part 2.
Okay.
Part the deuce.
So it might not be this weekend. Legion, yeah, Nerd has been playing Star Wars Legion, and he does stream that also.
Yeah, that'd be Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern if you like tabletop wargaming. Custom scenario, I've all my minis, and then custom terrain. Then
Really,
doubles
how does
paint.
this armor work?
You too, Eskillian. Thanks again for the follow. Look forward to having you around. Just looking at my calendar to see what we can do here. Oh, that's my work calendar. I don't care about that.
I'm also looking at mine.
I don't know about a weeknight. Weeknights are kind of hard for me to brain after work.
You'd also have to probably do it fairly late your time to compensate with me because of my schedule and time zone.
Yeah.
Ugh, time zones.
Yeah,
It,
the world ain't
be-
actually flat.
It would be nice to do it this Saturday. I just can't guarantee if I'll be ready by then.
And it's what's this like Saturday?
Oh, I was gonna garden on Saturday.
It's gonna be almost 60 degrees and sunny on Saturday.
It might be the following weekend.
Do you have a date there when you say that?
Roughly
Like-
the 23rd.
23rd or 24th.
When
Can I point out that that's Christmas Eve?
No,
It's
of
not.
November.
This is November.
The 20. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
like we know you're like a day in the
Americans
future.
don't have Christmas in November.
No, it's in December, like normal people.
Man, Australians are way in the future.
Yeah, well, we get everything early, don't we?
Turns out
yeah,
that's a little
afternoon.
bit more than not flat.
Theoretically, it should be okay.
Okay.
The 23rd that evening, I'm out.
Why? Oh, because your family.
We have Thanksgiving at my mom's. Yes.
I was going to say the 23rd, 24th is the weekend of Thanksgiving for you guys. Granted, Thanksgiving's the
My
13th.
mom's side does stuff the Saturday before.
Ugh.
Noon side's doing it the 29th?
This Sunday would have been nice if it weren't for your Legion game.
Well, too late.
Sundays are preferential for me.
I mean, the 24th is fine.
We might be looking at the 24th.
What day is the 24th?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay, so
your Monday morning.
That's my Monday morning. I do know I work Monday mornings, but sometimes I finish around that time. So I should be okay, hypothetically.
Okay.
I will need to get back to you. My schedule doesn't go up to that date yet, but as we get closer, I should be able to give you. You know what? Actually, I should be able to give you an answer on that soon.
I guess it's going to be an evening game for us, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So then Saturday evenings also work for me. I was just thinking if it's Saturdays during the day are a problem for me.
Yeah, because you do your wargaming.
That's right.
Have you won yet?
Nope. Technically, I won the Kill Team game I played last Friday.
Okay, I was going to say, you make sure you bring Kill Team with you to...
I haven't painted any of them. There's still no goddamn primer. Actually, I have black primer, but...
You have like a 3 weeks to get that done so that you can finally beat me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm bringing anything with me.
Okay. Here's what...
I still have to figure out if I find a carrying case for it.
Here's what we'll do. I want to try to shoot for this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Your Sunday morning.
I can make myself free for that.
Well, I don't want you to make yourself free. I don't want you
to
do that.
I'm pretty happy to make myself free for that.
Now you're making me feel bad.
No, Seriously, please write it this Saturday. I'm not being like sarcastic.
Let me see how Thursday and Friday goes. I'm gonna try and like dedicate
I'm not even
myself.
100% sure if I do even have anything. I'm just saying I can make myself free. Even if there were something that usually runs out when it does, I'm happy to say I can't do it then, and there'll be no real pressure on that.
Okay.
I mean, tomorrow night's gonna be good for you to get the stuff, a lot of it done, because I won't be here and it's gonna be raining all day. So
I have a lot of it. I just need to finish it. And it shouldn't be. I mean, it's just a one shot, and it's pre-written for me. I just have to make sure I know what I'm doing, getting into it. So I think I can make this Saturday work.
okay.
Can you just put the time with the hammer time for me, and I can give
Yes,
you a
I
very
will do
easy,
that
definite
right
answer.
now. Let me do that for you.
How do I know if I can wear armor over another piece of armor?
I don't think it stacks. I think you have to just take the highest.
Well, it says in the armor thing here, worn armor also stacks with one other layer. Lesser armor adds half its value rounded down to the total increase of the heavier armor's minimum. Blah 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 blah.
Oh,
Wearing a chain
Well-
shirt of 3+ beneath plate mail of 4+ adds 1 to the wearer's armor.
okay. Well, fair enough.
My toughness is so low that I'm like, I'm gonna need to armor up.
Are you reading that in Savage Worlds?
Savage Worlds, yeah.
There's a
Page.
possibility that was thinking of like knights and cyberpunk and possibly in mind when as they're writing that. Because I would imagine Deadlands armor is a little bit less. Because the armor value is not going to be much higher than 2 from my observation.
Okay.
So you might
Where's
get
this?
something, but
Goods and stuff in there.
I put the timestamp in the Discord.
yep, appreciate it.
Blind weapons, more weapons, guns, melee weapons, ammunition. Is it literally just called clothes? That's my armor.
Yeah, because it's your armor isn't as your parry skill, not an armor class.
I need to get rid of that. Damn it. Alright, that's all good.
Oh, okay.
Like my parry is 2 because I have no fighting skill.
My
My
parry
parry-
is 2 because I have an absurdly high toughness.
I was gonna say my parry is 6, but my toughness
Yeah.
is only 3.
6 is a pretty good value to avoid being hit. Especially if you've got someone like me who's kind of trying to take the brunt.
The stuff is dirt cheap. I have 250 gold. I could buy this. I could buy everything in this list.
Well, there's a expanded like weird science kind of list that you get like robotic horses and stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole enchanted section.
That's why I think it
Like-
makes sense to consider the carrying weight at least to start with, so you don't go overboard with buying everything.
All I've got is the clothes on my back and my gun, and that's about all I took. So I assumed I would be fine. Admittedly, though, I did buy 100 bullets, but that was only me buying the minimum ammo allotment, but twice.
Yeah.
I didn't even expect to spend it all.
Like I'm looking at native armor. It's $2.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
wear some native armor. Yeah, I mean, I shovel $1.50. I mean, I might get a different shotgun, but even with 125, yeah, shoes, not the nicer shirt, and pants, bedroll, trail rations, canteen, mess kit.
You
Yeah,
can even buy
still
cheap
well under.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. El Cheapo.
El Cheapo gear costs half the normal price, but a cowpoke only receives a discount on types of gear described below.
You
Cheap
might want to read the
guns, saddles,
breakage
and
part,
so
though.
forth. Yeah. Anything a cowpoke might use in a trait roll break if the player rolls a critical failure. A tomahawk, El Cheapo tomahawk falls apart when you're trying to whack someone. A secondhand wagon loses a wheel.
Yeah, doubles. You might be the glass cannon. I'm just a glass bottle. My 2 parry and 3 toughness. The trick is not to get into a fight to begin with.
I didn't
While
realize
playing in a
this.
game with you,
not
If you
gonna
get
be
an
an
El Cheapo horse, your horse has 2 minor hindrances or a major hindrance of the marshal's choice. So you could end up with
that
an
sounds
elderly. Yeah, you can end up with an elderly horse, a stubborn mare, a mean
An
stallion.
ailing horse. There's a chance that a horse has tuberculosis and might die in the first session.
That's funny.
So, quick question with the skills.
Mhm.
I can't find it on the book. Like athletics is compared to with what agility or with what attribute?
Agility.
Then common knowledge is smarts.
I had this page I was going to use, and I didn't use it.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Give me a
I've been
second. I'll
looking
put
for
it. I'll give you a link. Yeah, this
In
one.
the main book, it's page 58.
Okay.
This little webpage link will help you a lot. I find it's also meant for Deadlands.
Oh,
That's
we
the
have
World
I have that.
Anvil website.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the World Anvil one.
Yeah.
But that should tell you all the skill linkages.
Oh, okay, yeah, doubles is what I got. What I was looking for here, I think.
Moldrum, you
Yeah.
missed.
Smarts.
There you
Notice.
go. How many points do you have, Moldrum? Let's see. Let's check the leaderboard. Inkfish number 1, Doubles number 2, Nerd number 3, Risto number 4, Moobot number 5. Not even
Yeah,
in the
Moobot.
top 5. Oh, you're close to Moobot. At 1,000. Oh, I did find a roulette simulator.
Oh gosh.
So when you guys go to the tavern, the bar, you guys can play roulette if you want.
all the sinning.
Oh wow. I'm really curious now. What is on your do and don't list of toleration?
The bless actually has like a sinning table for me.
Oh.
Let me find it again here.
Yeah. So Double, I think he's gonna be a real party goer.
Doubles loves gambling.
So if I cause a minor, if I if I do a minor sin, it'll give my character a -2 to his faith rolls for a week.
Lunch? No, thank you. I've had lunch.
Yeah,
A
it was red.
minor sin is taking the Lord's name in vain, getting drunk, lying,
I didn't
refusing
even get
aid to those
in
in
the bed.
need, and envying another's possessions.
Oh, I don't have 2,000.
Would that include dead people's possessions?
I would assume so.
Hmm. I have a feeling.
If I envy what they have and they're dead, yeah, it's probably not great that I take it.
I'm assuming, and because my character also doesn't have much interest in possessions, so a lot of that loot is gonna be 100% gut for Double.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so rich.
Well, not that I won't take off their dead body. It's just that I envy what they have.
I thought you would take it and then give it to charity.
Most likely, yeah. Or sell it and give it to charities. Yeah, stuff like that, yeah. A mortal sin is adultery, killing other than in self-defense, and blasphemy. Which what's a mortal sin give me? Mortal sins cause the character to be forsaken until the penitent hero completes some great quest or task of atonement.
Where would you sit with, say, how do I put this? Say, like, other sort of status equivalent, like other religions and
I mean, it probably depends on how crazy I want to be. Doesn't, yeah.
But like, let's say, I don't know, vampires and the like. What would your view be towards stuff like that?
Oh, I'd have to put vampires down.
Okay.
They're an abomination.
They're an abomination. Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
Some inspiration for my character was from the John Carpenter's Vampires movie from the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have to deal with, they're like hunting for a Catholic relic and they run into a town full of vampires.
All right, well, let me muddy the waters a little bit more then. What about a huckster?
I don't even know what a huckster is.
So a huckster is someone who consorts with the devil in a gambling sense to obtain a small portion of their power. They are kind of like sorcerers.
Like, if I'm not around or not paying attention, but I mean, if we're already traveling together, I already know this. So my character is at least, may not like it, but he'll tolerate it.
Okay. So if they're in the party already, you would tolerate it.
Yeah, we're already traveling together. I mean,
so you've already made exceptions for our sinning then.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't mention your guys' sinning. It only mentions my sinning.
Right.
But, like, if Doubles is trying to kill somebody in cold blood, I'm going to be a little pissed and try to stop him.
But what if, like, Doubles becomes a vampire?
I'm going to have to put him down.
Oh,
no! Fun times.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's going to happen.
Oh, now Noon's going to have it happen.
I mean, the putting down part.
I have, like, no way of putting anything down. Ever. Like, if we're in combat, yeah. I'll heal you when we're done. That's about it. Notice skill. I can't find that. It's not on that.
That's smarts.
Smarts, okay. That's what I thought, and I saw somewhere that it was replaced and stuff like that, but I could not find it on where I was looking.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it. I think I just need to do the math on my 17 skill points. But my hindrance and edges are done. Gear's done. Everything's done except for the skills,
Okay.
which I had to figure out what skills went with what attributes before I allocated those. So
Yeah, that link I gave is a pretty comprehensive list on that.
nice. I saw it in the pin messages. I never got around to looking at it today.
Yeah, that's what's
Literally
nice
gave up.
about that website is it's a nice like list
Yeah.
format.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
versus
World
just
Anvil.
paragraphs.
Yeah, World Anvil was really good. I was not very good at what's the word I'm looking for? Formatting. But yeah, when I was using World Anvil, it was really nice to be able to like link stuff and whatnot.
So Nerd is feeling good and mostly done. How we doing, Doubles?
I'm buying guns.
Guns, not gun, guns.
And a lot of duct tape to put them all together.
So how do guns work in this particular game?
You
How
point.
do weapons work in this game?
So let's simplify this process a little easier. Tell me what gun, for starters, you're looking at.
Well, so far I've picked a pistol.
Which one?
A Colt Peacemaker 45.
Okay, let's start off with that.
I think that's what my character has. Yeah, that's what I have. I chose like the most like what I
Here we
thought
go.
would be simple
Alright.
to use.
So, starting off with some of the details, you've got 3 numbers for range.
Yep.
The first one is your short range, then you got medium range, and then your long range, which is 48. Okay? With me so far?
Yep.
Alright, so the each range increment you go into is a penalty to hit. Also, my cat's here, so you might start getting that Chihuahua cat noise off soon. Anyway, where was I? Then you got the damage that should be pretty self-explanatory. Your armor piercing is your ability to ignore the armor value of things that you're shooting.
Okay.
So you're wearing. You've accounted for your armor, yes, that you're wearing.
I haven't bought armor yet. I was trying to buy guns first to see how much money I have left over.
Oh, okay. I thought you got like native levers or something.
That's what I was probably gonna get. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Rate of fire is pretty self-explanatory. You fire 1 shot per action.
Okay.
There are shots indicates how many shots you can fire before you need to reload.
Okay.
Minimum strength
I need
is
to
the
equip
strength. Yep, to wield it. I misinterpreted that actually, and I thought it was if you used it as the butt of the gun to hit, which could also still be the case. The weight is WT, how much points of weight it carries to lift, and then the cost of cost. So yeah, that's that. It takes 45 caliber. If you scroll up a little bit to ammunition, the 45 caliber is listed. So if you buy, where is it? For large pistol, it is $3 and it gives you 50 shots. My understanding.
Okay.
And reloading is an action?
Yes, I believe it is an action. So if you fire all those, you're going to need to spend an action. Or possibly multiple, depending on what sort of gun it is.
Oh, I hear the purring.
Yep, here he is. You can all
Aw.
enjoy. He's not even trying right now.
What's his name?
Alex. Xander.
Alex.
The Great.
Oh.
But we use Alex to simplify things.
Yeah. Cute.
Okay.
Oh boy, he's ramping.
Just gonna buy a train car. Nobody minds.
No one's paying attention to that.
And a
The
locomotive.
problem is, like, there's no rails where her section is set.
15 grand to buy a locomotive, 8 grand to buy a train car. Whatever delivery it is we gotta do, we'll be there real quick. Don't think I need any dynamite. I mean, I probably should get dynamite, but
Oh yeah, 100%. You need to get dynamite.
We
Pretty
have found
sure.
dynamite useful in Derek's game.
I am
Pretty
shocked
sure.
how often it gets used too. Like, it is very favored and enjoyed.
Yes.
I think if I'm carrying dynamite, though, we're all dead. We might as
The
well
thing
not even
also-
bother playing.
It's not just carrying dynamite. The more dynamite you use, the more powerful the explosion becomes. And it actually has rules for that. So they stockpile dynamite. But the weird thing is, dynamite's extraordinarily unstable.
But it's fun.
You shouldn't be carrying it around like it's candy.
We want to blow
There's no
up the
price for
rattlers.
dynamite.
It's all free, baby.
There's a range, there's a damage, there's a weight. There's no price.
Hold
On dynamite? I thought
That's
there was.
not true.
Yeah, I know there is. It's probably just not with
I've
the...
got-
Oh, costs
it.
$3 per stick. It's in the
Yeah.
paragraph up above. It's
Yeah.
not in the table.
There you go. Oh yeah, look, even there it says dynamite has a 1 in 4 chance of exploding if it takes 6 or more points of damage, including being caught in a separate explosion. So if something explodes around you, there should be a 25 percentile chance of that thing going off with all the other dynamite that you're in with.
Nah, it's fine. I was trying to figure out how we use a slingshot to, like, sling it away from us.
I mean, just put it in
And then I was trying to talk the Indian shaman person into talking
Ionic,
a bird into carrying
Oh,
a
that's
stick of
clever.
dynamite for us.
You're a crazy
Yeah.
lady.
I thought that was quite clever, actually. I would have betted that.
Doubles, you're gonna need all the weapons because once you start a fight, I can throw my shotgun at them and I might do better than shooting.
It's a good thing that
Okay.
thing has a modifier to hit.
So,
Yeah,
what
it has a
else?
+2.
What other
What?
things do I need to actually buy for this?
It's whatever your heart's content on
I mean, I
having.
bought
Like, is Noon gonna actually make us carry around bedrolls?
I bought one because that's what
I
I'm
didn't.
sleeping on the first night. She did say that we will be out
Yep.
traveling at least one night.
Yep.
So,
You
yeah,
will
so
have a wagon carrying the thing you're delivering.
Yeah.
You'll have a wagon with horses.
So your characters will know there's some weird, because you've traveled with me, some weird aspects about my character. One of them is I do not use a bedroll.
So, like,
And
if
I'll
I'm not
just-
wearing boots, am I gonna get
Yeah.
sores on my feet from walking through the desert?
Probably.
Well, I think Noon said clothes are free to some extent. If you want to protect your
Oh,
clothes,
yeah. Your
Yeah,
basic
that's what I
clothes
was-
are-
That's what I was asking.
You're
Yeah,
not
you
coming into this naked.
You have your own horse, right? If
No,
you-
because I didn't play. I'm not playing that character. I'm not playing the pre-built character.
Okay. I was going to say
I just used that character to get an idea of what's a good set of skills.
okay, because if you had the horse, I would say buy the chaps. But if we're riding in the wagon, we're not sitting on a horse.
Yeah, Muldrum.
Oh, I
No.
I was very much considering getting a mule and then riding on the back of the mule.
Okay.
But then Noon said we have a wagon, so I don't need a mule. I buying a horse is very expensive at 150 gold.
Yeah.
Or $150. I guess I could get one of those cheap horses that probably has some fucking disease.
100%. That's what you should do. Why would you not want to have fun in a one shot?
I really want to know if someone does that.
How much is one of those horses?
Half the regular price. So it'd be $75.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to do the math, Noon. I've not done the exact math on how much, but I would be close to being able to get one. One of those horses, and I'm very tempted.
An El Cheapo horse?
Yeah.
So I can afford a horse, but I chose not to take one.
So yeah, in the Deadlands book, page 14, number 7, gear. Each hero starts with the clothes on his back, and some of whatever currency is appropriate for the hero. Characters begin with $250.
Okay.
So
you don't
have to buy your boots.
Clothes.
No, you don't have to buy clothes.
So then I am going to buy native armor. Because it's the only thing that is armor. Or I could buy Rattler hide, which would give me armor. But then I'd have to pay 10 times the value of the item. So that's not worth it.
I actually got Rattler armor. That's one of the things I spent. I was thinking like 120 gold on was Rattler armor.
I have enough for El Cheapo horse. I still need to go through all the equipment still and double check. But I think I have the basics and like 2 days of food and bedroll, canteen, harmonica, fancier clothes. If I want, I don't know. I haven't decided yet on the clothes. I can always get rid of them and just wear.
I would assuming it would be.
I would have my Catholic robes on.
Yeah.
What is the benefit to backpack?
You can carry more stuff.
It has no. It doesn't indicate that it increases your weight or anything.
You could hide things.
You can roleplay that you are a naturalist collecting plant samples and you store them in your backpack.
Yeah, he doesn't roleplay.
In what world would I be collecting plant samples?
I mean, that's just what I first thought.
Poisons? Poisons are vicious, actually.
I'd probably poison myself.
So, poisons, as I recall, have 3 categories. There's one that stuns. No, wait, there's 4 types. There's one that stuns. One that causes unconsciousness, I believe. And then there's one that's lethal, which will kill you in X amount of rounds if you don't cure it. Which is listed in the Savage Worlds for Noon's benefit.
Oh, okay. I was looking around the Deadlands book. I'm like, I don't
I saw you doing that, so I thought I'd help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, someone in my campaign got, it feels like 20 bullets and then poison. In fact, you were in that session, Noon. Character's lethal. He just shot the monster, basically. It didn't even kill it with the poison.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anything he hits has to take, or injures, I should say, has to take a vigor check or dies in 2d4 rounds.
Do I want to take an? I don't need an iron skillet.
No, you have a shovel.
I do have a shovel.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
I mean, I could find a better shotgun. Devils, which gun did you end up taking?
Peacemaker.
I don't know what that is.
It's
a
a Colt
type of gun.
Peacemaker 45.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
if you
found
look,
it.
Peacemaker's it's the only one called Peacemaker.
There's a lot of guns on here. I didn't know what it started with, but I found it. Look, I found the Colts.
I figured
Or
Peacemaker
revolvers.
was easier than saying Colt because they're all Colts.
There's a bunch of Colts as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got the simple Army Colt. There isn't actually a lot of difference between the Peacemaker and the Colt Army.
So combat, you shoot. Like how's the action system work in this game?
So you're
oh,
shooting
Make sure you don't
against...
forget to get a shotgun thong.
I already got one.
Okay.
You're shooting against an enemy's parry score.
I mean, like
Yeah.
like action economy here. Like
Yeah, I think he means like you can move, shoot, and do.
yeah.
some sort of
What's my actions on my turn? In
It's
combat?
pretty much the same as D&D.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
There's free
2.
actions. Free actions include readying up to 2 weapons or items, move, speak, fall prone, drop item, recover from shaken. And you can do multiple free actions on your turn to the DM's discretion. You
Yeah.
can't like do 100 different things. Then you have your actions. Your first action is free, which means you roll your whatever dice you want to do for that action. If you want to do a second action, it's a -2 to your roll. And if you want to do a third action, it's a -4 to that roll. I think you can do up to 3 actions.
I also know you can shoot twice, but it gives you penalties to hit.
I have the. Well, I thought about taking the double barrel, the sawed off double barrel, and then you hit twice.
Yeah.
So
I think that's designed
so
to do
you said
that.
reload is an action.
I think. Let me take a look here. Reloading.
think
Knocking
it
an
might-
arrow or loading a stone in a sling are free actions that may be performed once per action. Reloading a crossbow bolt, clip, magazine, speed loader, or a single bullet so that it's ready to fire is an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some equipment you can get which makes you reload quicker.
I ain't worried about any of that.
If he needs to shoot, we're screwed.
100%.
Probably because he's shooting us in the back.
No, that would be bad. Well, because the sawed off.
I'm not saying intentionally. I'm saying that's a
yeah.
little experience with a gun your character's got.
As double barrel may be fired in melee.
Well, I was meant to look for set up a token thing too, wasn't I? I'll have to do that.
Yeah. You will, if you guys are interested, want to send me a picture of what you look like.
Yep, I will work on that.
You can
What?
use AI art, which Derek had me do for his, and I thought that was a great idea. And I've been doing that to like make art for my NPC characters, so that's been nice.
Using what?
AI art.
There's websites that do it.
Using what website?
Here, I'll send you one that I
literally-
like. I don't know what Derek uses, but
I don't have a specific one. There's quite a few.
just Google it.
I'll be
use
right
one
back.
called Magic Studio. I'll put a
Oh,
link in
whoops.
the Discord.
I didn't mean for it to be a link. It did not save correctly.
There, and that's the one I use. Or if you want to like use Hero Forge, whatever you want to use is fine.
Oh.
Didn't you have that fork in that table? The one you use for pasta.
I'm back.
Hello.
So you just need like a headshot.
Yeah, for your token. Or you can like put the full image in the Discord, so just to, like for everybody to know what you look like. You can wait to reveal that during the session if you want.
Nah, I'll forget.
But I'll at least need something ahead of time to put into Owlbear Rodeo.
Yeah. Okay, that should work.
Perfect. Thank you. Glorious.
Big old stash. I look like Kurt Russell.
He doesn't look like a preacher, but I guess that's what they can look like in the Old West.
That's the head.
That's the head. Yeah.
That's the face. That is what goes on the token. Beyond
No hat?
Beyond that, no hat.
Okay.
Catholics don't wear hats, do they?
What?
Catholic priests don't wear hats.
Yeah, they love
How-
hats.
They no, not a cardinal, an actual priest.
Yeah, they all have hats.
Some do.
They got little caps.
The blessed artwork in the book has one.
I mean,
be
you
trusted.
have to in the Old West, but
I
you
don't
do
need
what
to
you
wear a
like.
hat.
You do what you like. It's fine.
I'm doing what I'm like. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
If you don't want to wear a hat, you don't have to. It's not screwed to your head.
I wear a hat all the time. I don't want to wear it in a
I don't wanna
fantasy
wear-
game.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
want to get sunburned.
They both love getting sunburnt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're dumb.
What?
What?
I'm gonna have to go to bed here soon, though.
Yeah, no problem. I'm currently trying to. I keep trying to get sites that want me to log in and BS. And I figure, no.
Oh yeah, we need to do a bandage tonight
Yes.
on my arm.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I wanted
Alright,
to do
I'm
that
gonna-
after dinner, but then you started streaming.
Yeah. All right. I'll be up there in a minute.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. I will take a look at someone to
Perfect.
raid.
Here we go. This has to be my picture because it's fucking amazing.
Okay.
AI is the best thing ever.
Isn't it?
Look at this. The prompt for this was a small, arrogant cowboy that is hard of hearing with a pistol wearing Native American armor. And
Oh my
this is what it
gosh.
fucking
Oh
gave me.
no! Where did you put it?
This is what it gave me.
Oh no! Oh my god! That's horrifying!
I'm gonna put this in the chat.
That is monstrous!
Or wait, I can put it here in my stream. There we go.
Oh,
are you laughing at?
it is
Doubles AI art.
Hey.
Hush.
It's... I don't even know to begin with that.
I love
Oh
it.
boy,
That's
That's
great.
my character.
Perfect.
That is.
that's why you don't have a horse.
Because I just carry around his head.
Alright, we're gonna raid young Blake. He's one of the that's the bargain horse. That's the El Cheapo horse.
That's a puppet on a stick.
I put one earlier where it was like holding a pistol and carrying a Bowie knife, and it had two halves of a rifle. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. What the hell's going on?
Alright, I'm gonna start the raid to young Blake. He's playing Hollow Knight. He's one of the Goblin Tuesday crew. So yeah, we will do that. Thanks everybody for hanging out in my stream. And be on the lookout for more Deadlands content. Bye, stream. Say bye, everybody.
Where to save this?
Bye,
Bye, stream.